A lot of evangelicals have helped that.
Your church is not voting for RFK because he's not coming out against abortion.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm not sure, but they don't usually vote for people that don't come out against abortion. And the church is very powerful. We just need to easily get someone elected. So I think RFK would actually be better off if he was outspoken and stood up for those babies. He might be better off because he might get elected by the evangelical people might vote for him. The churches and the church evangelists, when they vote for people, they usually get in because the church is very powerful. Pentecostal church is very powerful. They get their vote. That's how Donald Trump got him the last time.
Really?
Yeah, he spoke against abortion, and he appealed to the evangelical. And they didn't even like him. They just said, well, because of that, and because of the fact that he helped out the Jews, they feel like that. And those two things make them say, okay, well, he doesn't realize he's going to be a good Christian, but he will be, and we're going to vote for him, and he's going to become a Christian. He's going to change his way. He's going to be a good candidate. And that's the only reason why they said that, because of the fact that he didn't believe in abortion, and he was pro-Israel. And the evangelical church, not just the Jewish church, but the evangelical church, the Christian church, the Pentecostal, are all pro-Israel.
That I know.
And when he did something for Israel, he got the church on his side. And then he also was outspoken about abortion, which he's not anymore. Now he's compromising on abortion. He doesn't want to do the federal ban because he sees people against it. So he said, "Oh, well, we got Roe versus Wade overturned, so we did what we had to." Which he knows they didn't do what they had to. He wants to get elected.
You're talking about Trump now.
Yep. So he's compromising on abortion. You figure after what he did when they got the overturned, he'd fight to get a federal ban, and he wouldn't do it.
You see, so how could they vote for him if they're not voting for RFK for the same reason?
Well, he's not. RFK is pro-choice. RFK wants the woman to have the total decision. Trump doesn't want that. Trump wants it like it is now. But RFK wants the woman to choose. So in that section, Trump's a little better than RFK because he doesn't want to give.
I don't think RFK is pro-choice.
Yes, he is. His wife said he's pro-choice.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
When you say every abortion is a tragedy, but it belongs to the woman to make the choice, doesn't mean you're pro-choice. Whenever you say you want the woman to decide whether the baby lives or dies, that means you're pro-choice.
Scooch up a little bit. Okay, good.
That means you're pro-choice.
Jay and Sammy, say hi.
Hey!
Jay and Sammy, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? I have a feeling Donald Trump might get elected again because he's got the church, he got the evangelical church on his side, and he's pro-Israel, which is a big thing, and he's not a good person. I've been watching.
He couldn't even beat Biden. He's not beating RFK. The only way Trump could possibly win, my opinion, right?
Yeah.
The only way he could possibly win is if RFK doesn't get on the ballot.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening either.
No.
I think he's getting on the ballot. Yeah, there's too much support behind him.
He lied and he said that Biden stole the election. As much as I don't like Biden didn't steal the election. He didn't steal the election. I saw all the talk on that, all the sides of the convention. I saw them tapes on Donald Trump trying to cheat and try to get people to give him votes. He didn't win that election. I don't like Biden either, but he didn't win that election. You're right. He couldn't even beat Biden. How he beat RFK?
Well, I don't know if I agree with you on the election thing though. But that even whether it was rigged or not, he's not winning. Like they wouldn't let him win the first time, so why would they let him win the second time?
Well, you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
I saw more on that thing than you did. And
Okay.
I saw more talk on it because I've been watching my phone constantly, and I've been watching TV, and I see how he tried to manipulate and tried to manipulate the whole Congress and all that. And all these people investigating, tried to manipulate them, told them, well, all I need is 12,000 votes. Give me 12,000 votes. And like you want them to give him votes so he can win. And they're all telling him, Donald, he's saying, well, I couldn't have possibly lost. They said, Donald, you did. And he goes, no, I didn't. And he was yelling like that. And he was yelling at them, screaming at them. I hate to admit it, but Biden won that election fair and square.
Sheesh.
And Donald Trump was a sole loser. Donald Trump was a sole loser, and I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one. They're both equally as bad. But I know one thing: when Donald Trump lost an election, the problem was he was a sole loser. You're a sole loser, Donald. So go to your room.
He's definitely a sore loser. But I wouldn't agree though. That's the only thing. I think the Democrats are so corrupt.
Democrats are corrupt, but even if they tried to cheat, which they did, he wasn't going to win an election. Even though they tried to cheat, and they did try to cheat. Now, don't get me wrong, they tried to rig an election, but it wasn't rigged like they said, because whether they tried to rig it or not, he still lost. He legitimately lost the election. Yes, they tried to help it along, but he legitimately lost. He just didn't lose as bad as they made it out to be because the Democrats cheated a little. But he did lose. He did legitimately lose, just not as bad. He legitimately lost, but not as bad as he would have. And when he went up against Hillary, I don't know how he beat Hillary.
What?
I know how he beat her.
I know how.
How?
No, because Hillary's a monster.
Yeah, but the Democrats didn't try to get her to win. Democrats don't try to help her, and people didn't try to help her. She was a monster, but she was a favorite among women and everything. All women wanted to vote for her because she was a woman. That's all they cared about, the women. They wanted to vote for Hillary because she was a woman.
I thought they didn't like her because she stood by her husband after he cheated on her.
Some didn't like her for that, but most women voted for her regardless because she was a woman. But you could be right because there are more women in this world than there are men. So if she went for the presidency and she's a woman and she still lost, I mean she didn't get the woman's vote. Because if she got the woman's vote, she would have won it, hands down. And if he would have gone up against any other woman, he would have lost. He would have won up against that she-man, Michelle Obama, he would have lost. And she's a she-man. And he still would have lost. And she's a he. But a lot of women don't know that. A lot of women don't believe that, other people don't believe that, but I saw her. I saw you, Michael, without your makeup on, all right? I did a Hospitalgate special show in South Nassau, and I was on Fox 5. It was a dispensary of Fox 5, and I saw you without your makeup on. Michael, I exposed you, Michael. I exposed you. The only thing is those tapes, they won't release them because of the freaking HIPAA law. But I can expose you and I'm going to expose you again, Michael. I'm going to expose you again, Michael. Right, Brock? I'm going to expose Michael. Don't get a lot of people in the chat.
I do want to congratulate you.
What's that?
Legend said, "Where's my money?"
But Legend is Legend. Shut up, Legend. Is that my brother? Is that my cousin? Is that my cousin? Is Legend my cousin? Is that the guy that was my cousin, John? Was that John?
He says, "Why are you telling people you have a black sister and wife?"
My Johnny. I do. I do have a black sister, and she did have kids with me, and she's your cousin. So be nice. And I also, Johnny, I also have a black wife. And I have kids with her. So I'm telling you the truth. My half sister is your cousin.
Well,
I can tell you this, Johnny. No matter what color they are, I'm much prouder to have them as a family member than a jerk like you, who disgraced our family and stole money from me.
he says, "Stop. We don't have your money, and no, you don't have black in the family."
You know what? You guys do have my money, and it's black people in the family. Remember, Johnny? Your Uncle Donald was an albino black man. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was an albino black. And your Uncle Johnny, your Uncle Donald, was a direct descendant of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So you're an Ichabod. You are. You know what you are. You know what you are, Johnny.
Don't say that word.
You know Johnny? You're a black man, Johnny. Face up. You have all this bad things to say about black people, but you're black. Because your Uncle Donald is a black man with white skin.
He says, "Show us a photo of your black wife."
Why do you want to see a photo? You know, when I get a photo, I'll show it to you. But I don't see what the big deal is. You don't like me anyway, so what do you care if I have a black wife? Your Uncle Donald is a black man, Johnny. Your Uncle Donald is a black man. What do you guys are saying? What do you guys say? What do you say? What do you say?
He says, "No one in the family is black." Now you see why you didn't inherit the money.
Yeah? I did inherit the money, but you guys stole it from me. I inherited the money, so you said you didn't have money, but now you're saying why I didn't inherit the money, which means you do have the money. Well, I'll tell you something you're wrong about. I inherited it. I inherited it because that black man, Donald, who was your uncle, he likes me. Because I was the only one that would take care of the guy. Everybody else left him there, left him for dead. I rubbed glue on his back. I took care of him when he was dying. I was always there for that man. Where were you, Johnny? Where were you when your Uncle Donald was dying?
Wow, Legend. Johnny. That's pretty sad, man. They just left him to rot, huh?
Yeah, I got videos of my mother, your Aunt Penny, her in the hospital. Now she told me one story, and they all told me their story about how he died and everything. It was bullshit because I saw videos because they showed in South Nassau of him crying for water, begging for water. The man was saying, "Water, water, And my mother was cackling when he was saying it.
Wow.
She was cackling, laughing at him when he was begging for water. And then I showed the video when they talked about that story about how Frank Gotti Jr. became Richard Stephen Doyle. It was like it's supposed to be a tabloid story.
Oh, really?
That came out, it was about me.
remember.
And they told my father on his deathbed, they said, we're going to say it's all a Hollywood movie. Everything's a Hollywood movie. He's going to be declared incompetent, and all the money's going to go to his mother and the rest of his family. And he's going to get nothing. And he's going to be declared incompetent. And that's how we're going to do it. And anything that he says is going to be considered tabloid. And there's going to be, and we're going to take this whole videotape of him dying and the story about how Frank Gotti Jr. became Richard Stephen Doyle, and we're gonna make it a Hollywood movie to get away with it. Then, this is a famous quote of my father's. He said, I'm a little sick and tired. A little sick and tired. Kicking, screaming on the bed. A little sick and tired. A little sick, a little tired. A little sick, a little tired. A little sick and tired. A little sick and tired. A little sick, a little. And they killed him right in the bed. They I don't know what happened. He died right in the bed. He could have lived. He could have got up. He wanted to get up and sit in the chair. He wanted to go to work because he knew they were trying to kill him. He knew he couldn't have lived. But they wanted this money so bad, they killed the guy.
This is your dad or uncle?
My dad, my real dad. No, his uncle. My dad is Johnny's uncle. My dad is John's uncle. And they killed him. They killed him in the hospital. I saw the tapes. I saw the footage. Don't tell me, John, because I saw the footage. And in the paper, it read that Donald Gregory Doyle got a little sick and a little tired, and he was kicking and screaming, but he didn't say why. That was what happened. He didn't want the money to be taken away from me, and he didn't want me to be declared incompetent so they could steal my money. Do you know how they did it?
Oh.
My mother, well, that's how they initially did it, but my mother, I had Tourette's syndrome. Which was a tic disorder. I wasn't even mentally ill. I didn't even belong on medicine. She gave me, my aunt, your mother, gave my mother Haldol under the counter. Under the counter. Mom always denies this, but it's true. Because I remember it, like it's clear as day. The Haldol was given to me under the counter. Aunt Margaret gave your Aunt Penny that Haldol because she was a registered nurse. And she gave it to my mother to give to me under the counter. And then later on, she took me to a doctor. The doctor was Dr. Legere, and he wasn't even a real doctor. Not even a real doctor. Not even a real doctor. I looked him up. He wasn't a physician, the physician's assistant, a doctor, or any of the above. He was not a doctor. And he had a man named Dr. Stanley Reddy co-signing for him. Co-signing him. And they prescribed the medicine after your mother and my mother gave it to me illegally under the counter. And then I had a knee injury. I got kicked in my knee. My mother had a perfect opportunity. She went to court. She went to court without me because I was supposed to be incompetent. And she declared me incompetent. And she won $50,000 from me. Or $27,000 at the time, which went up to $50,000. Won that $27,000 on my knee injury. And made it so I couldn't look into the inheritance because I was declared incompetent. And they said, thus Richard's medication helps control motor tics. It also contributes to his mental incompetence. What are they saying? They were saying that drugs cause the incompetence. You piece of shit. You got on the ward, and you said, don't you remember, John? You said, my family's got billions, which they have trillions, and you were miscalculated. And you said, my cousin gets $50,000. He can take it or leave it. All right, 100. I said, where's that little punk? Where's that little punk? I'll still strangle your ass. I'll still strangle you. I'll still kick your ass. You know what John said to him when he was in the hospital? He said, I can't believe how bad my cousin is. He used to be a punk. Never was a punk, Johnny. I just took it easy on you.
That's fair.
This is all true. This is all true. This is all facts. That's why he's not commenting. He knows it's true.
No, they're commenting. I was waiting for you to give us a break so I could tell you what
Well,
to say.
other people aren't commenting. He's the only one talking bullshit, though.
Sammy and Sammy's sticking up for you. He said, hold on, I'll read the chat.
I know Sammy's stick up for me. He's a good guy. All they all stick up except for Johnny. Johnny is a piece of garbage. He's
All right. Sammy said, John, you offered him $50K and he turned it down. Then Johnny said, we didn't steal it. We didn't let you have any. We didn't steal it. Big difference.
You stole it! You said I was incompetent, and you gave me drugs, and you drugged me up, and you stole the money! You piece of garbage. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. Because you know what I love to do? There's another man named Hot Catcher Morales. I killed him with 3 right jabs. I'd love to do that to you, motherfucker. I'd love to do that to you.
Don't go killing people over money, Sir Doyle. You're not a thug.
No, but the thing is that what they did to me was, it wasn't just money. It's the point of the matter. It's the point of the matter. You shoot that shit to my face. I'll give you 3 right jabs in the head like I did Hector Morales. And I know you know what happened to Hector Morales. And I'll kill your fucking ass. So shut the fuck up.
Man, I don't know if I want to read the rest of this. You're going crazy, bro. Do you want to hear any more?
They're thieves. They're thieves and they're crooks. And they drugged me up. They drugged me. They drugged me to steal my money. I'm just angry. I'm sorry to be the... People in the chat, I'm sorry about this. My cousin and my family did me dirty. They did me dirty, and I'm just... He's saying this garbage. He's saying this bullshit on the chat, and I want to put him in his place.
Sammy says, John, wire Sir Doyle $2 trillion by Friday or you're going to feel the pain.
Johnny will probably talk real bad. He's not so far away. He's this close to me. He'll be running from me.
Sammy says, Ann Penny stole the table. What table? Somebody stole the table? No, my table is right there behind him. Where the plant is on. I'm right down the street now, he says.
Oh, come on! You know who we are? Motherfucker, you right down the street? Right down the street? Come on up here. Tell me where we are. Tell me the address.
It's listed. It's listed.
My address, this address is Luke Kumo's address. It's listed. Luke, come up here, motherfucker. Luke, come up here! Jesus! Cousin Amy and Cousin Danielle are fucking hoes. How's that? Your fucking sisters are sluts! Now come up here and fight me!
Hey, what's wrong with that? Sluts are people.
Your mother's a hoe too! Come up here and fight me!
If you want to fight, you gotta go to the gym.
John is a crook. Your father's a crook. He's a thief. And he's a motherfucker. And he's fucking... I bet he's a fucking faggot that gets blowjobs. And he stole my father's detective license to become John McQuaid Doyle. And I know that for a fact. You come up here and defend your fucking family. anything in the skirt. And that's why he married your fucking mother. Now come up here and fight me.
The table's right behind him.
You think you're so bad, right? You weren't so bad when you were at Nancy Cosmetics and I was so pushing your ass around and you were telling people that you can't believe how bad I was. I used to be a punk. Well, you weren't so bad when you were saying all that. You were afraid of me then. Why didn't you come up here? You're talking big shit, John. Come on up.
I like hose too.
What?
He says he likes hose. Now listen, don't say the N-word, and don't call people faggot.
Yo, you like hoes? That means you don't care what I said to you, but you do care. You're just afraid of me. You care about what I said about your mother and your sisters, but you're afraid of me, so you won't fight me. So you're not willing to fight me over it, so you're saying it doesn't bother you. Well, it does bother you. You're just afraid to fight over it. So you back down. You back down, punk. You back down. There's a dojo right around the corner. I challenge you to a match in the dojo. We'll set up the time, your date. You meet me in the dojo. Fuck it. You assing. What's the address to the dojo?
No shoes policy in the house.
What's the address to the dojo, John? Miss Loki? I want to meet this punk in the dojo.
That's listed too. He says he's gonna take you down with a wrestling move.
You don't know any wrestling moves, John. You're a punk. Listen, I'll tell the whole world, tell everybody watching, which we have a lot of subscribers now, about this kid. All right? You know what, John? John liked the Dolphins.
Hold on a second. When you're making fun of somebody, imagine that there's another viewer that might take offense if you criticize him. Like if you say the N-word and another black person is watching, they'll get offended by you.
I am a black man.
Yeah, but don't make fun of somebody and then offend everybody. Just
Okay.
keep it personal to the
No,
one
no,
person.
no, just,
what I'm trying to
I'm
say.
black, so. Anyway. John likes the Dolphins.
The football team?
Yeah. You know why this pussy likes the Dolphins? He would flip out if the Dolphins ever lost. And I would laugh at him when he was watching. He would be like this. Like that. You know why he liked the Dolphins so much? He told
Dan
me.
Marino.
No team knows nothing. The colors of their uniforms.
Oh, nice.
He liked the colors of their uniforms.
That's why you like the Dolphins, bro?
That's why he liked the Dolphins. That's why he had a temper tantrum if they lost, or if I laughed at him, everything. And he liked them because the colors of their uniforms.
Come on, man.
What a punk, right?
I mean, he's not even from Florida?
No, he liked the colors of their uniforms. That's what he said.
I mean, I like
Years
the
later, he told me that's why he liked the Dolphins. Because of the colors of the uniforms.
I like the colors of the uniforms. I think they're cool, but I wouldn't root for them against, like, the Giants or the Jets.
Because he's a moron. The kid is a punk, and he's a moron. The colors of the uniforms. Why don't you tell everybody about that, John? You had temper tantrums every time they lost, and you will cry. You start going like this to me. Nobody. Every time they lost. And the reason? The colors of their uniforms. What a punk. What a punk.
Is he into fashion? Was he like a fashionista or something? He collect shoes or clothes?
He got every one of those belts, those colorful belts. They got them, but they're all plastic. You say he was a bit metrosexual. Well, you a metrosexual, Johnny.
Metro?
Johnny, you a metrosexual. I think Johnny was a metrosexual. The way he dressed.
It's okay.
I think he probably swung that way, both ways, though. I hate to say it, Johnny, I think you swung both ways. My cousin Johnny swung both ways.
So what?
So? He wants to be such a man, he wants to tell himself such a man. Let the truth come out. He probably swung both ways because he was a metrosexual. Why were you a metrosexual, Johnny? Did you really secretly still swing both ways? Were you a metrosexual and wore those kind of clothes because you secretly swung both ways? Call me out, Johnny. Did you swing both ways? Did you kind of like men a little more than you like women? Did you kind of like men a little more than you did women? Huh?
You're gonna alienate our gay viewers.
What? No, I'm not having nothing against gay people. My son, well, I don't know if the guy, I still don't know if that guy's my son because he came with his sister, which was my daughter, and on the ward, because I have another 14-year-old son, but there's another son that I think was her twin, and he was gay. But I know it bothers if Johnny does swing both ways and he likes men a little better. I think it'd be bother him if this ever came out. That's why I'm saying it.
Wando said, hey, Doyle.
Hey, Londos! You know, Johnny, you're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. I won't tell people you're my cousin because I hide my head in the sand thinking about it. You know, little boys, I think most of them were little boys. This is why I think he's playing little boys. Most of them were little boys, and I think they were all little boys because he taught in a reform school, like his dad. And he was in the paper for molesting those children in a reform school. That's how I know you swing, that you like men. That's how I know you like little boys. And you probably don't even swing both ways. You're probably just like little boys. You're just like little boys, eh?
Wait, Johnny?
Johnny, you said in the paper that you raped little boys in your school.
Oh, man.
Do you like little boys? Now he wants to fight me. Now you want to fight me, don't you, Johnny? Now you want to fight me. Do you like little boys? Because I put children together, they said you molested kids in school. And then I put you together, it was a reform school, like your father. Your father had taught. So then there had been all boys. So these kids that you molested were little boys! And you were in the paper for it, Johnny. You were in the news. They brought the newspaper up to the ward, remember?
He said he's across the street from the gym.
Let's go! Let's go! When can we set it up?
He said, come down now.
I don't know.
We're gonna show up, he's not gonna be there. He's trolling.
I'm probably not going to be there, but I'm going down there anyway.
Alright, let me finish eating. Quick change the topic. This is what I want to congratulate you on.
What?
Have a seat.
He said he just bought a new Cadillac.
Oh,
Johnny.
Johnny? That's my Cadillac. You stole that money from me. I want the car!
You better have the car there when we show up. If you're actually gonna be there.
He knows how to drive. He's got a license. I don't. You got to give the keys to him.
Give me the
Because it's my car! Everything you own is mine!
I'll keep the car though.
That's cool.
I'll just pick you up when you need a ride.
You got it. That house in the Hamptons is mine! The clothes on your back are mine! Everything your mother, effing father, and mother own is mine. you remember, they said how much my dad left, your uncle left me in the 14th floor. If you remember, the words were $2,800 trillion, which has to be triple that now because now with investments, and I was making investments, I'm smarter than you, I make investments, and the fact that inflation and everything, you're talking, look, maybe double that or triple that. What are you doing with all that money that belongs to me? I think we're going to get viewers just with this brawl I got with my cousin.
Well,
Now you know for a fact that there was money because you got this guy admitting he stole it. And when we see him, we run into him. He's got the Cadillac. Does he have a Cadillac out there? I can't wait to. I can't wait. I'll tell you what, John. That's my Cadillac. That's my Cadillac. But you know what? I'll make it more interesting. I kick your ass. You have to give up the keys to him. I kick your ass. You have to give up the keys to him. He's done a lot for me. I have no problem giving him a nice Cadillac. Give him a nice car, a Cadillac. I have no problem giving him a Cadillac because he's been good to me.
We'll use it for the team.
I'm not doing nothing for you, John, and the rest of the family. You stole from me and you trucked me up. So I kick your ass, you hand the keys to him. I kick your ass, hand the keys to him. And then you also get on nationwide TV and you admit that you drugged me up and stole from me. Not only you give the keys to him, but you get on the Channel 12 News and then Fox 5 and admit that you're part of the Doyle family and you guys stole the money from your cousin. And you drugged him up to do it. You get up on TV and you say that. First Channel 12, then Fox 5. And before you do that, you give him the keys. And when I kick your ass.
He's writing a list of things that he bought with your money to antagonize you.
He's a punk and he's not going to show up, is he? He's not going to show up. He's not going to show up. If you kick my ass, you get to keep the money. Everything. But if you don't, you got to give him the keys. And you got to get on nationwide TV and tell the world that you stole money from your cousin and your whole family helped you, and you drugged me up to do it. And when I kick your ass, if I find out you go back on the deal, I'll hunt you down and I'll kill you. And when I kick your ass and you agree to this deal, and I find that you're not on TV talking about it, you drive over the couch, anything you do, I'll hunt you down and kill you. So I'll give you a chance to fight me, and I win, you get on TV, and you tell everybody how you guys stole money from me and drug me up. Shame yourself. Oh, you also got to admit that you're a little pansy that messed with little boys in the school. And you do that on Channel 12 News. And then Fox 5. And you give him the keys. But if I find out that you're not doing any of that after I kick your ass, or even if I give you the keys, you're going to give the keys to him. You're going to give the keys to him. But if I find out you're not on the air telling the story, I will hunt you down and I will kill you. And it won't be a match anymore. I'll just hunt you down and kill you. So, dozen agreements to the fight. When I kick your ass, if you back out, you will tell me, I'm hunting your ass down and I'm killing you.
I don't think you can say that.
Play devil's advocate. Play devil's advocate. Play devil's advocate. Remember what we said? If I got two out there, you play devil's advocate.
All right, here's what I wanted to tell you, okay? Now, guys, Sir Doyle's made some wild claims over the years. He saw them
Oh, you called?
in the computer room using a computer program to fake Osama bin Laden's death. That was one. He investigated and broke the Pizzagate story. You didn't think it was true. He also said he was investigating the human trafficking at Nassau County Medical Center. You didn't think it was true. And now, I got this letter in the mail. Listen to this, Sir Doyle. All your efforts are finally being paid off. Nassau University Medical Center is in jeopardy of closing its doors in East Meadow because of state funding cuts by the governor and her allies in the state legislature. Nassau University Medical Center serves over 178,000 patients a year, many with low incomes, and is home to our only public safety net level 1 trauma center and only burn unit that has saved the lives of countless police officers, firefighters, and Nassau County residents. While the governor is cutting funding for Long Island hospitals and schools, her budget includes $2.4 billion for illegal immigrants. It's insanity. Sign the petition today to keep Nassau University Medical Center open and properly funded. 65% cut in state aid. I think this is a cover story, and the real reason they're shutting it down is because Sir Doyle blew the lid open on the trafficking.
My cousin knows that because he was there when they were trafficking the girls. And he was also engaging in the sex, weren't you, Johnny? Weren't you? Remember, there was a gay room, where our friend Barack Obama had his teeth knocked out. We'll go into that gay room. I think I saw you go into it, Johnny. I think I see you go into the gay room. Can't say for sure. I think I did. And you know, Johnny, I know you molested little boys because it was in the paper. And Johnny. You messed with the girls, 12-year-old girls. I seen you do it. And you also know that I was a cop. You also know that I was a cop working for Citizens Commission on Human Rights. And you were under my custody. But it was all covered up by the HIPAA law. All covered up by the HIPAA law. The only thing I have to do to become a cop is I have to go down to police precinct and get them to give me a detective fraud background check. They give me that detective fraud background check, I will pass because I am a cop and I'll get a badge. That's all I have to do. Go to the police department and take a detective fraud background check, and that's it. I'm officially a cop.
Boston Tea Party was a false flag?
Wow, how's that?
Who said that?
Sammy said the Boston Tea Party was a false flag operation.
There are a lot of false flags. Oh yeah, I think you know too, Johnny. When they shipped me to Pilgrim, because I assaulted, yes, I admit, I assaulted my brother-in-law and your cousin-in-law. I assaulted him, Steven Savino, who was claiming to be this Puerto Rican guy who got operation on his cheeks to make him look more Puerto Rican, but it was obviously Steven. And I assaulted him. And all you idiots wouldn't tell the truth to why I assaulted him. I assaulted Steven because of what he did to Megan. Yeah, Megan. Remember Megan. Remember what Steven did to Megan. Steven sodomized Megan when she was 4 years old. And I assaulted him for it. You guys all got together and said I assaulted him for no reason. So they took me down to find out if I was taking alcohol. They diagnosed me with all this stuff and said I was sick because the job got me sick. And that I assaulted him for no reason. You backed these people up. That's why I initially didn't get my badge. But I went back a couple of times to get my badge, so I know if I check for a background check, I will get the badge. But that's why I initially didn't get my badge, because you, Johnny, and the rest of your friends backed up Stephen, the child molester. I guess you liked him. I guess you related to him, Johnny, because he was just like you. I guess it all takes one to know one. He's a child molester, you're a child molester, so you felt for him, didn't you? Bet you would have felt real good if you would have stuck it up your rear, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Right.
Yeah!
Stop. This is the kind of stuff that got your channel shut down, so we're gonna nip it in the bud.
Alright.
Alright, we'll nip it in the butt. Do you want to try the dino coins?
Yeah.
I want to learn about that Boston Tea Party being a false flag.
Did Johnny say anything? Is he busy finally?
He finally was quiet.
He's quiet, huh? I guess he doesn't want to fight me now. When I told him I'd hunt him down if he welched on the deal, I would hunt him down and kill him. I guess he got scared.
It'd be a miracle if this video stays up.
Play devil's advocate. Go ahead. You're supposed to play devil's advocate.
Well, I mean, you're threatening people's lives, calling them pedophiles. That's internet bullying, man.
Yeah, well, this guy
where you got
admitted he stole money from me. He admitted that the family stole money from me
Turn the
and
other
drove
cheek.
me up to do it. So he deserves it.
Turn the other cheek and read us something from the Bible. If you don't mind. It's Sunday, guys.
Told you, Johnny, you shut up. That one more thing you say to you, Johnny. Put up or shut up.
I agree with that.
He knows I'm mad.
We all can tell.
The doctor involved in the child trafficking was Dr. Lerman. You remember Dr. Lerman, don't you, Johnny? And after him was Dr. Rob Barris. You remember them, right? Dr. Lerman and Dr. Rob Barris? Child molesters and traffickers? Dr. Lerman, if you're listening, I said it. You're a child molester and a child trafficker. I caught you in this coming son. I was a cop. But I tell you what else, Dr. Lerman. Do you remember giving me a Haldol injection that I was allergic to? And I had to, I basically arrested you. I had to the sheriff's department take you upstairs for assault on a police officer. Do you remember, Dr. Lerman? Do you remember, Dr. Lerman? Johnny remembers, don't you, Johnny? Johnny, you remember, don't you? I let you out of there. I let you forgive you. And you still kept up in the same nonsense. Next time, Dr. Lerman, you and your friend Robert Barris, I won't have mercy on either one of you. Come down hard, white on rice, flies on shit. So my cousin shut up, huh? Let's shut him up, huh?
Yeah.
Because he recognized all that stuff and got scared. I didn't realize I remembered all that. There was some vegetables, didn't know anything. I didn't remember things. It turned out I did remember. I remember everything, Johnny. I met the moron at the Veal family. How'd you think? I remember everything. I'm a very competent man, and I remember everything. So next time you tell people that I'm a retard, all this stuff, and I'm mentally ill, I won't remember anything. Remember, I remembered everything, and I remember a lot more. I even remember the part about you reading the paper for molesting little boys in school. Everything. And I told you to Bill and my mom, and they tried to argue with me. No, don't argue with me. I said, I saw them in the paper. I saw my mother, he even went on the board when I had him locked up. I pointed to you, I said, your mom, there's John. Your favorite cousin, your favorite nephew. He's in here for molesting little boys, and I'm the cop that he's under custody with. And my mom got upset when I said that, and she said, she tried to brush it off. But you were there when I said that to Mom. I pointed right to you. I said, Mom, this is John, the child molester.
All right. Next topic.
All right.
He's not saying anything anymore anyway, so.
Did you still watching?
Is it a specific Bible verse that you read, or you just choose anything? Is it based on what you learned today, what your pastor went over?
No, I didn't learn anything because I came too late. But we'll find something. Probably gonna find something that relates to what's going on here. Behind. Let me get my glasses. Where are my glasses?
You missed the sermon today?
Yeah, I came late.
Is it called a mass? Do you call it a mass?
It's not a master's sermon. It's
Sermon?
a service. They
Service.
really call it masters. Don't call it master.
Okay.
Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be delivered unto the chief of priests, and unto the scribes. They shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles. And they shall mock him, and shall scourge him, and shall spit on him, and shall kill him. And the third day he shall rise again. Gives me hope. They did all that to Jesus Christ.
That's it?
I was going to say we'll talk about the scripture. If they did all that,
Who said that?
it was Jesus Christ saying it himself.
Oh, that was a
He
prophecy?
was predicting what they were going to do to him.
Oh.
If they did all that to Jesus Christ, what you idiots doing to me is nothing. I can bear it. Jesus Christ go through all that. Now I know something. I bared the weather. I weathered the storm. I'm about to collect that money and everything real soon. Because Jesus was ascended to heaven and they gave him the name of all names, the Lord of everything. That's what I do. They did all his money, everything. Then he went to heaven, he had everything nobody had. That's why I know you losers, everything you losers did to me. John, Mom, if you're watching, Aunt Margaret, everything you losers did to me. Even those two doctors, Lurman and Barabbas, I bared the weather, I bared the storm. So you know who's going to have that money and more? I'm going to be rich. I'll have all the money you guys stole from me. Everything. You guys are the paupers. Begging for my forgiveness. Begging for my forgiveness. As a matter of fact, in the Bible, it talks about a man. He's, I think Joseph, something his name. But he dreamed his brothers would bow down to him. They robbed him. He was supposed to get everything from his father. His father left him everything. Gotta give him everything. They knew his father was going to give him everything. So he said, I had a dream, my brothers would bow down to me. Well, they knew, he said that pissed them off. And they knew that The father favored him, so he was going to take care of him before everyone. So what they did was they took him, they put him in a ditch. They put him in a ditch, and this coat that his father gave him, many colors. They ripped it, they tore it, and left him in a ditch, I think naked. And they brought back the coat, and they said to the father, they said, he was killed by a lion or something. And this is all that's left is this coat. This man was angry for a long while, just like I was, and I'm not really angry anymore. You just hit a struck a nerve when you said all this nonsense down here. It pissed me off. I'm pretty much over it, but you did struck a nerve when you start talking to your father. I know you're talking trash. Anyway, I'm getting all the money back, everything. All right. Somebody in the church said that I have money owed to me. That's the money. Oh, and then the people want to call out. Not call out. What do you call that when you not call out, but you? Yeah, you call them out. No, you call them out.
Okay.
Patrick Devlin and Jim Steiger, you stole all my money too. Advocates. Anyways, I'm gonna get all this money back. Everything.
Jay says karma will get them.
Yeah, exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna get all this money back. In a case, I got my friend here, Lukey, working on he's got the paper we actually got the bank to keep the money in, right, Lukey? We actually get the bank.
I still got the paper you gave me, yeah.
We get the bank to keeping the money in, and we're gonna call that bank. And I also got lawyers. We're gonna get lawyers, and I'm gonna get all that money back. And you guys, talking about bad karma, are gonna be poor as anything. You guys are gonna be so dirt poor. Like I'm in public service, you're gonna be on public service. You're gonna be on public assistance, and you're living really bad because I can survive with anything. You guys won't be able to survive poverty because you guys don't know what it's like. So you'll want to commit suicide. I hope you don't. I don't wish I had to commit suicide, but you'll feel like it. And the only way when this happens, and it's gonna happen, because I got lawyers looking into it and everything. We got the bank you stole. So you took the money from. We got the bank. So you tell us and my mother, we got the bank. And you're gonna, the only way you're gonna get anything from me, which anything you want to get, anyone you want is gonna come from me, because without going to me, you won't get nothing, because you won't get nothing, so am I. The only way you're gonna get anything from me, which you have no problem doing it because you want to get something, you want to live, is if you bow down to me. You, John, first. Then the rest of the family. Oh, I want to give a call out to a call out. Calling you out. Conan Doyle, the man that took my social security number and my birth certificate and all my ID. He's my brother. I believe he's an identical twin, but he was raised by the black side of the family. And my half-sister is his half-sister. And it turned out that he was down as my half-brother, and he was supposed to be legit. Now, it turned out I think he might be my identical twin. But since he still bared the name Jeffers before he took the name Doyle, Chris Jeffers, he's still illegit. Which means he might have been, whether he's the firstborn son or not, I think we're identical twins. That means anybody's could be the firstborn son. But the guy is illegit. Because he wasn't born with the name Doyle. So therefore, Cannon, you get knighted with my security number and my birth certificate and my ID, so you can steal the royal fortune, the castles in England and everything. And you get to join Pink Floyd and all that. which I was supposed to do. Hate to tell you this, Cannon. You might be the firstborn son, you might not be. But you're not the first legit. And even if we're twins, identical twins, which I think we probably are, because people see me, when I act, the way I act, the way you act, and we're pretty much identical, except for the fact that you're a scumbag and I'm a good guy. You're not the firstborn son. You're not the first legit born son. So you don't deserve that money in England. And I'm taking that too. And Cannon, just like the rest of the family, you've got to bow down to me. And I want to give a shout out, not a call out, but a shout out to my sister Darius, because she's the only one in the family I was ever close to. Yeah, she took the house. She took the money for that house. She took the house. There's a 2-family house that she's living in with our kids. Well, she said she gave the kids away, but they were 20 when they left. And she was living in that house with those kids and our kids. And it's a 2-family house. And she basically stole it from me, but I still have a soft spot for Darius. Darius is she was if it wasn't the fact that she was my sister, she was an awesome lover, and I probably would still be with her. But she's a very cherished sister. She was nicer to me than any other member of the family. And I want to say, like I told you in South Nashville last time I was there, you could keep the house, I'm not mad. Remember I said that to you? And you have a Corvette that you bought, you could keep the car too. Because as much as angry as I am at the family stealing from me, reason why I'm not angry at you is because you were the only family member that was ever nice to me. All the other people in the family, look what they did to me. Look how they treated me. And even my brother Cannon, when he was Chris Jeffers, although he was nice to me in South Nashville, he didn't really screw me. He really screwed me over. So he's got a lot of owning up to do. But you, Darius, you're a nice person. And you would have been a great wife. I'm just not into being married to my sister. Now, if you weren't my sister, we'd still be married.
I wouldn't want to be married to my sister either.
No, I can't. But she's a nice person. I want to let her know she's a nice person. And that's the only reason why I'm not still married to her. I'll let her know that.
Do you want some coconut water or regular water?
Yeah, give me regular water.
Regular water?
And, Cannon, I admit, you were nice to me too in South Nassau. The first time I was there.
Ice water or regular
Ice water.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Cannon, you still went to England. You still took my social security number. You still took my birth certificate. And you still stole. So, I mean, yes, we had some good times in South Nassau. When you were very overweight. You were very overweight. And I joked with you about your weight. And maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you were nice to me in South Nassau. Just like my sister Darius was. But you really went overboard when you took my ID. You got knighted by the Queen instead of me. And you still haven't repented because you still haven't given that money back. You're still trying to claim that you're the firstborn son and all this nonsense. And it's not your money. So I'll give a shout out to the both of you. Because the both of you were very good to me in South Nassau. And I'll even give Darius a pass on what she stole from me. Just like I did in South, I told she keep the car and keep that. I told you all that. But as much as I did love the fact that you looked out for me in South Nassau, Cannon. And as much as you were nice to me too, I can't give you a pass. I can't give you a pass on going to England and using my name and using my ID, taking advantage of the fact that we look identical, and stealing all that from me. I can't give you a pass. I can say that I do remember in South Nassau that you and Darius were both very nice to me. I can't say that. And I can't give Darius a pass. I can't give you a pass. But that doesn't mean I can't forgive you. Because I'm not giving you a pass, it doesn't mean I won't forgive you. I'll even forgive the rest of the Dirtbag family that weren't nice to me. Because forgiveness is for my benefit, not yours, not theirs. And I do remember how nice you treated me in South Nassau, Cannon. But you know what? That doesn't give you a pass. What you did. Darius, however, she was heavily motivated by her mother. And her mother, Angie Porter, I have a way to try to turn her against me. And she convinced her to steal that money for the house. Go to Patrick Devlin. She said, yeah, I know none of the names of the people you went to. Patrick Devlin and Jim Sager. You go into Patrick Devlin and Jim Sager, I know the names. And getting the money for that house and the car. Well, you know what? And I think originally it was a laundry reporter that was trying to steal from you, Darius, if you remember. She was trying to steal me from you. Saying that she was you. But obviously she had a glass eye, so I knew it wasn't you. But after they found out that she wasn't the mother of those kids, that you were, they put you in the house. And I'm giving you a pass on that. Because you were heavily motivated by your mother. And I don't think you would have done it if under the circumstances. And I think you were also desperate for a place to live with the kids. I think that's another reason I'm giving you a pass. Because you needed a place to live with the kids. You don't want to be on the streets. You had 2 kids.
Yeah, Dubai is flooding. That's crazy.
What's that?
The desert.
And Darius. I want to apologize to you. I cheated on you for your cousin right in front of you. And that's why you turned on me. That's not why you took the house, but it is why you turned on me, temporarily turned on me. And went with that guy, Valdez, Mark Valdez. So I remember everything. You went with Mark Valdez, and you were really, at that point, you were really mean to me. You were putting on that song, I'm looking for a new love. Every 5 minutes a song came on the radio, on the computer, which you did it. You made sure the CD, you all controlled the computer. And that song by Janet Jackson, I'm looking for a new love, as to rub it in my face that you were screwing Mark Valdez. But I thought about it, and it wouldn't have happened if I didn't mess with your cousin. Your cousin was, I can't think of her name. She was a real floozy. So, you did one, I did one, and now, I gotta tell you, that's all, doesn't matter because we're sister and brother, so it can't be. But, I want to let you know that I'm sorry for the time I messed around on you. I'm sure you're sorry about messing around on me, because last time I saw you, you were very nice to me again, and you told your Uncle Abib that you wanted to get back with me. But I told your Uncle Abib, I said, she's my sister, isn't she? And I had him get the race. And even as much as he wanted to get us back together, he had to admit that I can't be with my sister. The only reason why I broke up with you, that's the only reason why I ended it. I was a little upset when you said you gave those kids away. Cause I wanted to be in their lives. They were 19, 20 years old, so we weren't really giving them away. They weren't kids anymore. But whoever we moved them in with, I like to see them, because they're 20 years old now. I like to see them. And so it didn't work out. The husband and wife thing didn't work out, but maybe the brother and sister thing worked. Maybe the brother and sister thing worked. And we could both be a part of those kids' lives as brother and sister. I think you're a half sister. See, this is the way I calculate. They said that according to your brother, or our brother, my father fooled around with Angie, and had
Stephen Tracy, hi. Hello. Stephen Tracy says hi, hello.
Tracy's my sister.
It says Stephen Tracy.
Oh.
It's his name, Stephen.
Oh.
His name Tracy.
Anyway, so, what was I? Where was I? Yeah. He said that my father fooled around with your mother and had him. But I looked into it, and I've seen pictures of our brother, and I know he looks identical to me. He looks identical, and there's no way we could look that much alike and act that much alike and everything without being identical twins. I think my father did fool around with your mother because your mother's beautiful. I want to tell you, I'm not going to knock your mother. Your mother's a beautiful woman. I can see why my father would have fooled around with her. But I don't think she had Cannon with her. I don't think Cannon was the kid. I don't think Cannon was the kid. I think Cannon was beating around the bush. He wasn't telling the complete truth. I don't think Cannon was the kid. I think Cannon was the identical twin brother, and my mother gave him up to the Jefferson family, or your mother's Porter. And then I think after that, he did fool around with her. And you, guys, hey, you're the half-sister. He's the identical twin, and you're the half-sister of both of us.
Whoa.
I figured the whole thing out.
This is like a soap opera.
I figured the whole thing out. All because him being the half-brother wouldn't go because we're too identical. He's not identical twin. But you being the half-sister, well, that could happen because, I don't think he would say that his mother fooled around my father if it wasn't true. But I think he was kind of a little untruthful about who was the kid. I think he really was hiding from me. He wasn't my half brother. He was my identical twin. And that you were the half sister. And that's why everybody in South National was angry at us. They were all angry at us. We all just remember they were saying we did something wrong. I couldn't figure it out, but you knew because you came up to me. You said to me, "Don't stick up for me, Richard. I don't deserve it." I couldn't understand why you said that. I couldn't understand why you said that. There's two reasons why you could have said that. One, trazodone put me in a drunken stupor. So when I had sex on trazodone, well, I don't think at that time they knew the trazodone did that. I think when you came in the room, I think you thought I was conscious, but later on they used the trazodone as a daily drug. But I think what they were angry about, nobody knew what the trazodone did this to me at the time. I think they were angry at the both of us because we were really brother and sister. I think you, Darius, said to me, "Don't stick up for me, I don't deserve it," because you actually knew the truth. Darius, why? Why would you want to have sex with your brother? I know why I wanted to have sex with you because I was crazy about you and I didn't know you were my sister. But knowing that I was your brother, why would you have sex with me? If you knew. And if it hadn't been for the fact that I didn't know, I would have never done it. I admit I was crazy about you. You were gorgeous. You had everything. Yeah, good. You had everything going for you. You were a wonderful person. But if I would have known you were my sister, I wouldn't have done it. Right? I understand.
14. No, this is. Wait, I thought it was 1400.
I understand, Darius. Why?
145 million.
Why? More than that. That's just some flaws. But that's just a ball for you. Just more. Why did you knowingly have sex with your brother?
I'd like to know that. Why do women do these things?
I don't know. Should I say I was crazy about this girl? When I found out she was my sister, wouldn't do it. Now I want to give a shout out to the dumb woman who's my wife now, my wife on paper, Aja Paul. Aja Paul. Well, last time I saw her was last time I was in South Nassau, and I'm not looking myself right now. I am on the camera. The way I look on camera, the way I look when you saw me, I'm totally different. But that's why I haven't found you, because I didn't want you to see me like this. But Aja. You walked off with some money too. In fact, I made you the trustee. When I got the money in my hands, I made you the trustee. Which made all I have to do to get that money to find you. You know the money's mine. Why don't you show up? And you're living in that house. You know, the house I wanted for the both of us, and I allowed you to get it, and they told you the address. They didn't tell me. He said he's either going to go to Howard Beach with the Gottis, or he's going to Pilgrim Psychiatric Center. He's not coming to the house. But you let that punk, the little punk, sleep with you in my house. And he said that he slept with you right in front of us. And you both, I looked at you, the bat out of hell, and you both sat there and didn't say anything. You slept with this guy. Not only you slept with him when you were supposed to be married to me, but it was my house you slept in him in. And when it came down to it, you don't want me to come into my own house. You don't want me to show up in my own house. But you slept with this loser with a tattoo on his forehead. With a tattoo on his forehead.
Wow.
Like a Charles Manson that. Oh, look, I better look than Charles Manson. But still, he had a tattoo on his forehead. And you slept with this guy in the house. In my house. My house. Not your house, there, Arthur. My house. And when it came down to it, the only reason why I'm not with the Gottis now is because the Gottis got married. Something went down with the Gottis. They couldn't. They wouldn't take me in, and I went to Pilgrim. You said he's going to Howard Beach with the Gottis, or he's going to Pilgrim. He's not going to the house. Now, I want to give a shout out to Gottis. Johnny Jr., I put you and your family through hell. And you still want to take me in the house. And I still believe that story about how Frank Gotti Jr. became Mr. Stephen Doyle. I still believe it could be true. Which means if it is true, you're my brother. And even if it's not true, you're a great friend. A great friend. So I just want to thank you for the time you offered to take me in your house. Because it would have been a lot better than Pilgrim. And Asha, why would you sleep with this asshole? In the house that I got for us. Now you wouldn't tell me where the house was. You wouldn't allow me to go there. But you can sleep with this loser in my house. And that hospital. Yeah. You have that hospital, and it's not a rumor. You might think it's a rumor. But you have the rights to the hospital, if you still do, because I signed it over to you. I signed South Nassau over to you. I got on the phone and signed it. I did it from the phone. Now, this really hurts me too, but it's probably true. I'm just guessing. You probably gave that hospital back to Stanley Reddy. Now Stanley Reddy's my worst enemy. If you gave it back to him, that's really a low thing. And that's still my house. And you slept with that loser in it. I forgave you for a lot. All the guys you slept with them behind my back, everything. But this guy, you screwed him in my house. And you wouldn't let me go in there. You said either he goes to the Gaudis or he goes to Pilgrim. He's not coming to the house. I remember that, Natasha. I remember it as clear as day. Now, there's still a matter of you being a trustee and me owning everything. Asha, you know that I've never stooped low enough to put you in prison before. I always protected you from that. But when I try to get my property back, and I will, if you don't basically do the right thing, I won't be able to stop them from arresting you. Even if I want to. Right? So, and I will try to find you. And if you don't let me know where the bank is and all that stuff and set it up so we can both have that money, I will have to report it. That you have that money, as you're a trustee of that money, you're not telling me information. And if I report that, they might lock you up, right? They might lock you up. And I won't be able to stop them. But I'll be damned, Asha, if I'm gonna let you walk off with everything that's mine without a fight. And I do love you. More than anything. And like I said, if I find you and you don't do the right thing and set something up where I can find it where these banks are and all that, I will have to report it, give up your name as a co-conspirator to all these people that's stealing from me. And if they lock you up, it won't be my fault, will it? As a matter of fact, when I get a lawyer to hunt this money down, I don't know how much control you have over this money, but if you do, and they find out, see what they think. They lock you up, it's not my fault. Couldn't protect you if I want to. But I won't let you walk off with the money. What do you want to get it back? So I'm offering you a way out, Asha. When I find you or you find me, I suggest you find me, but if I find you don't, I'll find you. We'll work it out. That the money will be half and half. Just like we said in the hospital. Take the money and run. We'll both take the money and run. 50-50. But if you don't go for that, you have to report that you're my trustee. You're not giving me anything. If they lock you up, lock you up. What do you think, Miss Lookie? Did I put it nicely? Did I put it nicely?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you got a little triggered there in the beginning, but
Well, when I got to my sister and everything, I really have a soft spot for her, so I couldn't really yell at her. And then even at first I was screaming at my brother, but then I remembered how nice he treated me and the nasty kind of milk. I'm not. I mean, it's the answer with her. So I said, I can't really have the both of them. But I was serious about one thing. I'm not giving him a pass on what he did. Maybe Dale watched the show and they'll help me out. Do you think? Since I was nice to someone on the
Maybe.
Okay. Laura Basile. You're my childhood sweetheart. I met you when I was in my 20s. I believe I have 3 kids with you. It started to have 2, but I believe we have 3. Because when our daughter came up to the Nancy K. Medical Center, and they were looking for me, they said, is that him? And they both said, yes, that's him. Our mother has pictures of him. And the security guard said, these deadbeats. And I said to the security guard, I said, deadbeat, huh? Deadbeat. I said, I'll take care of my responsibilities. But you stupid want to be cop. But you tell the woman where she could go. Now, okay. The things our other son, I believe those 2 that came on the ward. There was Jessie Basile, that was her original name. Then she changed to Emily Wasserman. Now she's going by the name of Doyle now, so I think she's on good terms with me. And but before that, she came up, Jessie Basile, with James Basile. And James Basile was a big guy, a real big guy. I couldn't control him. He was out of Caroline. And last time I saw you and the kid, I saw you there was another kid, another boy who was 14. Now, James Basile would be the same age. If he was twins with Jessie, he'd be the same age as her. 30. They turned 30 April 1st. You said they were twins. But later on, a 14-year-old boy took my stage name, Black Monday. You saw him, you heard people saw him, you remember, right? He took my stage name, Black Monday. That was my 14-year-old son. That was my 14-year-old son I found out. I believe your mother did something like all the rest of those women did in the Essex Center. Gave me trazodone and slept with me. And then I had that 14-year-old kid. And you know what? He was a good kid. He built big first bridges. He tried to take my ID. He did all kinds of shit. And when you know Anthony Jr., you better get your act together. I'll give you an ass whipping if you don't. All right. Anyway, he kind of played James Basile off. Like, he didn't know who James Basile was. But I remember him coming up with Jessie, near State Medical Center. I saw them both. So that means I don't have 5 kids. 2 with you, 2 with Darius, and 1 with Asha, along with the grandchild, which I do have, that Jessie had. I have 6 kids, along with the grandchild, let's make 7. Don't I? And James Basile, I have a good memory of, don't I? So that means, well, I want to give you a shout out to you about Laura. I was kind of harsh. I was angry because you took those kids from me. Took all of them from me. You just came back with Jessie and the 14-year-old because you wanted me back. Otherwise, you took those kids all from me. But, what was I going to say? When I imitated Al Bundy, he said, I've got all the money. And this for Al Bundy, that's me. And this for Peg and my 2 kids, Kelly and Bud. They got what is coming. They got complete child support and alimony. Because Al loves his Peg. This guy pisses off when I did this. Now, Peg, I would like to tell you that I'm going to take care of those kids. Matter of fact, I believe I put them both in condos. I think each condo was $5 million. I think I took it from the bank when I controlled the money in South Angela. But Peg, you still get all the money. Yeah, I got all the money. Because Al loves his Peg. Anthony Basile Sr. You know what? I went to distance with you. Even when I was dating your daughter, I went to distance with you. But I want to tell you something, Anthony. You're all right. Anthony Basile was the dawn of the Lucchese crime family. He had a 12-year sentence. But there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Nothing wrong with the mafia, right? They have good intentions, but he gave me hell. This man gave me hell. Initially, he didn't want me with his daughter, and I earned his respect. But by that time, I wanted his daughter gone. And when I wanted to divorce, I didn't want to go stay with his daughter. He sent people after me. Anthony, remember the people he sent after me? You and Conti hunted me down. No one John Masson came me down. I found out John Masson was adopted by Laura, and that freaks me out because he's my age. And he's like, he loves my mother. Remember that, Johnny? He loves my mother. Johnny, get a grip. You're almost as old as she is. You're the same age as me. Why do you keep on calling me Dad? We're both in our 50s. You're almost 60, both of us. Why do you keep on calling me Dad? What's wrong with you, Johnny? John Masson, not the other Johnny. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Anthony Basile and Mr. Conti. You guys are all right. This information is information that's really hardcore information that never got out there in public. And this information is about the Doyle family, which is a royal family. It's about the Basiles, who are mobsters, head of the Glazy crime family. Phil Basile was a Don before Anthony was, and he was Laura's grandfather. But I can't give a shout out to him because I don't know. I never knew him. But this is big news. This stuff is big news. You know why? Even though it's not news because it happened a long time ago, it was never out there. It's going to get our show ratings.
Rondo says you're gonna blow a fuse.
I'll be all right, Londos. Thank you, though. So, I talk to all my friends. Oh, mom, mother. Whenever I get serious, mom, that's a term. I go, mom is gonna be when she's really getting mad. I call her mother. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have choked me up. You shouldn't have had the family do this to me. I want you to own up to it. I want you all to own up to what you did. I want you all to bow down to me. Starting with John Jr. Not John Gotti Jr., John Hine Jr. I want to make sure I got the John Jr. correct because I don't want John Gotti Jr. to get mad at me. Nobody wants to see him mad. That's right, John Jr. That's right, John Gotti Jr. I don't even want to see you mad. No one wants to see John Gotti Jr. angry. Not even me.
See that?
I mean, he wants to see John Gotti Jr. angry. I mean, anybody does, right?
Yeah. Switch forward a little bit.
But John Gotti Jr., I love you. I love you. I do, I love you. But I do have a bone to pick with you about one thing, John Gotti Jr. Johnny, one bone to pick you. This whole time I was there, you backed out because you did care about me. Not because you're afraid. You're not afraid of anybody, but you did care enough to back out. You kind of think for Asha, and I think Asha had a thing for you. And you said some things with her, and it didn't take much to get you to stop. All I had to say was, I have complete faith in Asha because I love her to dear life. She's my wife. And Johnny is a great friend. It could even be a brother. And I have complete faith in him. And you guys would get so guilty when I would say that you wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't be surprised if you got together with her. And the thing was, Johnny, you have a wife. You have kids. What do you want, my wife? What do you want with my wife? I'm saying it all in all calmness of it. You know I'm not angry. But I don't say I'm angry, do I? I'm saying it sincerely. What do you want, my wife? You got a wife and children. What do you want with my wife? And as you can see, I'm not angry. I'm not stupid enough to get angry at John Gotti Jr. But I'm just wondering.
He didn't die, Junior?
No, he's a sheriff.
A sheriff?
He's a sheriff. He's a sheriff in the sheriff's department, and his family own the prison system. And there's more to John Gotti Sr. than people know, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. There's more to his story that people know.
Did he die?
Well, that's just it. That's it. There's more to that story.
You can't.
There's more to that story, but I can't say.
Got it.
In the news, it said that he died of throat cancer in jail. However, there's more to it than that, and I'm sworn to secrecy. I can't tell you. Whether he's dead or alive, I can't say. But it's not my place to say. I'm not stupid enough to spill the beans. I'm not telling you nothing. I know nothing.
Well,
right, Johnny? I know the lingo. I know nothing.
based on what you're saying, it sounds like you're claiming you're going to say that he's still alive. But you
No, I'm
can't say
not.
anything.
I'm not giving no information out.
But you can't say anything. But you're definitely insinuating that.
No, I'm saying I can't tell you. I'm saying I can't tell you.
I don't want you to spill the beans and get in trouble, bro. I'm just
Exactly,
saying, it sounds like you know.
It might
he's still
sound
alive.
like that, but it doesn't mean that. I'm just saying.
It sounds like you know he's still alive, but you can't say anything.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not giving that information.
I don't think you'd make a good poker player, Sir Doyle. I'm
No.
reading you like a book.
Yeah, well, I didn't give up any information.
I'm reading you like a book.
I didn't spill the beans. So you can't say that. You could assume that, but doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's true. Maybe what I'm saying could be that there was more to his death than I'm saying. Maybe I'm telling you that maybe he didn't deserve to die the way he did, and maybe they cheated him, and which they did. Whether he's dead or alive, I'm not allowed to talk about that. Even if he's alive and something else happened, even if he's not alive, I'm still not. I'm not supposed to talk about any of them. Whatever happened to Johnny, well, I'm not allowed to say nothing.
Alright.
They could have done something real bad to him, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. Or he could be alive, and I'm still not allowed to talk about it.
What would happen to you if you spilled the beans? Did they kill you?
Oh, Johnny, if I spilled the beans about your family, what do you think? Would you guys kill me?
Johnny, who, Junior?
John Carter Jr. Not mine, not John Hunt, I don't care about it. I'm not afraid of John Hunt Jr. But no, I think, see, John Gotti Jr. and that family is very close to me. They might spare my life, but they were scared of the freaking hell out of me. They were scared of freaking hell out of me. If I spilled the beans about anything about their family, and they knew I didn't do it on purpose, they're close with me. They probably spare my life, but they were scared for living daylights out of me. So I just say I know nothing, like everybody else says. No, nothing.
So you don't know any secret information about John Gotti Jr. being alive or not?
John Gotti Jr.'s alive.
Or senior, I mean.
I know nothing.
You're not saying he's still alive.
I know nothing. I'm saying that I know nothing.
Alright. I mean, you didn't even have to say that. You could just...
I'm saying you ask too many questions. I wish you stop asking me questions.
Alright. I won't ask any more questions.
Thank you. That's how I handle that.
I'm just gonna assume that John
Don't
Gotti's still alive.
even assume. Don't even assume, especially on camera. Don't even assume.
I'm gonna assume that John Gotti's still alive. You know something about it, and you can't say anything because they're gonna kill you if you say something.
And if you know that, you wouldn't keep on saying that.
And if anybody asks me, I'll tell them. I heard it from a bird. His name is not Richard Doyle.
But you're giving it away on the air, that's what you're doing, because you're talking on front of all these viewers. But I haven't spilled the beans. I said there's a number of things I could have meant by that. There's a number of things I could have meant by that. I could have meant that he died, that they did something to him that they got away with that they weren't supposed to do. Or it could be he's alive. It could be anything. It could be a number of things I could mean by that.
Alright.
Now the people watching this are probably going to log on there and freaking tell them. I want everybody's watching this. This is information and this is story that's going to get us a lot of attention on social media. Well, I want everybody, the whole 1,300 subscribers we got?
14.
The 1,400 subscribers, I want you to all, like I said last time when you got us 100 more, I want you to keep on going everywhere and tell them about Hospitalgate. And tell them about this episode. Because this episode's going to go viral, and so does Hospitalgate. So tell everybody about Hospitalgate. The 1,400 subscribers we got have to tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on and so on and so on. And everybody they talk about, tell everybody about Hospitalgate. There are 1,400 of you. All of you got together and told people about Hospitalgate. You'll get us to go viral. Word of mouth, we'll go viral, right? Whole 1,400 of you, tell everybody, tell 500. We'll show you every 1,400 of you. all each know at least 100 people. One of you at least knows 100 people. So every one of you out of 1,400, keep on telling those hundreds of people. Some of you know thousands. Keep on telling people about Hospitalgate so we can go viral. We don't have a lot of subscribers, but we have enough. We have enough, more than enough, to get us to go viral if you all get together, word of mouth, telling people Hospitalgate. We're also going to do our end with stuff that we reach out to people, get people, get good supporters, with the channel, everything. But you people are the ones that can do the most of it, because you guys go out there and tell people Hospital word of mouth is going to be the best thing we can do for our show. We can do what we can, but you're 1,400 people, which means word of mouth for you guys could do a lot more than we can. Each one of you knows about 100 people. There's 1,400 of you. Everybody get out there. And some of you know 1,000. Well, keep on telling people about Hospitalgate. You tell people this guy in Hospitalgate, he's a cool guy, and he even knows the Gottis. And he's got family in war family. He bitches back and forth with his cousin about money that his family stole. Tell people about this. People are going to want to see this. Right?
Yeah.
I want every one of the 1,400 subscribers to tell everybody they know about Hospitalgate.
Legend said, hard to watch if chat's not being read. John Jr.'s wife got arrested for fighting at son's basketball game.
She's a tough old bird. His mother is a tough old bird. I gotta hand it to Mrs. Gotti. You're a tough old bird. I wouldn't mess with you.
And then Legend said, that's it. That's it, Doyle. I'm giving all the money back.
You said that?
Yeah.
You're probably just saying that. You don't mean that, do you, Johnny? You're just trying to shut me up. Calm me down, right? I'm getting that money back anyway. Wait, so you said that?
That's what I'm saying. To him. I'm getting the money anyway.
You think he's sorry for what he did?
Sorry for what he... No, because...
He's sorry he got caught. He's sorry he got caught. Right? He's not sorry he did it. He's sorry he got caught.
He was bragging about all this stuff that he bought with the money.
Yeah.
So he's not sorry.
He's not sorry for what he did. He's sorry he got caught. Aren't you, Johnny? You're sorry you got caught. Not Johnny Jr., not John Guy Jr., my cousin Johnny. You're sorry you got caught. It's okay. The Bible says to forgive. The Bible says to forgive regardless. It's for my benefit, that is.
That's fair.
The Bible also says blood is thicker than water. Right?
Say it again?
It also, I think it says somewhere in the Bible that blood is thicker than water. That's not just a saying. It's true, though. They're still going to bow down to me, all of them. They're still all going to bow down to me.
Well, in the medieval times, even though they're all in the same family, they still bow down to the king and stuff.
I'm the king. Yeah, king of the family. Money's mine. So I might forgive them, I might let it go, and everything. I might become their family again, but they're going to bow down to me. They got to bow down to me. I think Johnny just bowed down to me. I think John Hine Jr. just bowed down to me. I think John Hine Jr. just bowed down to me, don't you think?
Now he says, I'm kidding, I'm never giving the money back. What a jerk.
What an asshole. You'll give the money back. You'll give the money back. You will give the money back. All of you will give the money back. All of you. Not just you, the rest of the family. So, she got arrested for beating someone up at her grandson's basketball game.
It said BB game, so it's either baseball or basketball.
The grandson. Because it was the son, it would have to be the daughter. So it'd be Victoria Jr.
No, son. John Jr.'s wife.
John Jr.'s wife. Oh, she beat someone up. You know what? I'm sorry I didn't call you a tough old boy. You're not that old. But, you're just like the rest of the Gottis. You're the dads. You don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with. Like the whole Gotti family, thumbs up. Whole thumbs up for the Gotti family. Thumbs up. They ain't afraid of nothing.
Legend says I'm on the Howard Stern show tomorrow.
If he does get on the Howard Stern show, that means he's going to say it. He's going to talk about it.
You think?
But he won't go on the Howard Stern. He's bull full. He don't know Howard Stern. You don't know Howard Stern, Johnny. You don't know Howard Stern.
Bull crap.
I know Howard Stern. I know people that know Howard Stern.
Oh, okay.
And I can get us on the Howard Stern show. If there was still a show, there's not a Howard Stern show anymore.
Oh.
If there was still a show, I'd get us on it. We'll get him on this show. Hey, Howard Stern. Imagine the viewers we get if we had Howard Stern on the show. We're pretty good with that computer. You can reach out to people and you don't even know on the computer. That's how you got to tell the people from RFK. Try to get Howard Stern down here. Right? Get on the computer, try to get Howard Stern down here. Tell the media to get in touch with Howard Stern that there was a guy that was on his show called Black Monday. Mr. Black Monday. You tell them to tell Howard Stern that you do a podcast with the real Mr. Black Monday, and we want him on our show.
Oh. Okay.
Good. It wasn't me. Someone imitated me, and everybody thought it was me. But even Howard didn't. Howard said it's got to be him. So I was the real Mr. Black Monday, and according to everybody that heard the show on the radio, they were all convinced that it was me. So it was me. So you tell them that you got the real Mr. Black Monday. You're doing a podcast for him, and he's going by the name of Sir Doyle. And have Howard Stern say, if you want to meet the real Mr. Black Monday in person, because I know you do, because you wanted to meet him ever since you had him on your show, on the radio show. Tell him we need you to be down here to our show, and the real Mr. Black Monday, going by the name of Sir Doyle, will be glad to have you. Did you hear that, Howard? I'm the real Mr. Black Monday. Well, hurry up! I'm in trouble! Is that prove? Am I the real Mr. Howard? Who's that? That, hurry up! Howard, if you're watching this podcast, I know that you know that awful convulsion. You didn't see me in person, but you heard me on the radio. Mr. Black Money, it's you! And then, Howard, you know what you said after that? Before you ended the show? You said, Mr. Black Monday, you're all right. So, Howard, we need people on our show. We got a dying podcast. We got 1,400 subscribers. We need to go viral. We got a heck of a show. We got a real good show. So, Howard, could you come by, be on the show? It's Mr. Black Monday. It's been a long time, Howard. What are you? Mr. Black Monday, it's you. Because the real Mr. Black Monday had Tourette's. And he played it up for...
Did he?
He played it up for the show. I'm going to watch him from the stream, Mr. Black. So we can have Howard show Howard this broadcast, and Howard won't see him. He doesn't recognize my face because he doesn't know what I look like. But he'll recognize, what he will recognize is when I do the Tourette's and I go, oh, Mr. Black Monday, to you. Wait a minute, you. And then even how you said after that, you said, Henry disappeared. Where is he? And then you go, and he said, Mr. Black Monday, you're all right.
All right. Legend says, I'm going on Stern tomorrow. Listen and see. I'm going to talk about how I embezzled money from my cousin. I'm sure he's talking about you, I guess. And then he said, I asked if he wanted to meet you, and he said no. He said he asked Howard Stern if he wanted to meet you. And
he didn't have time to ask him that. He didn't have time to ask him that. He's lying. He didn't have time to ask him. He's lying. He's lying.
He's definitely lying.
Yeah. He's also lying about giving the money back, talking about the money he embezzled on Howard Stern show. If you know what, Johnny? If you're telling the truth, you're really going to do that? And you prove to me you're going to do that? I'm going to gain a lot more respect for you. You do that. You get on Howard Stern, and you have the guts to come on Howard Stern show and talk about how you embezzle money from me. I will start gaining respect for you. I'm not going to let you off the hook, but I'll start respecting you. I'm not going to let you off the hook. I want that money back. And the propaganda now says, when you get on Howard Stern show and tell the truth how you embezzle the money, I'm going to gain a lot of respect for you. You have the guts to do that. Because you never had guts in your life. You're afraid of your own shadow. But if you do that, we're still getting chats.
Okay, 1 second.
What?
1 second, I'll look it up.
Are we good there?
I'll look it up 1 second, hold on.
Oh, we stopped getting chats. We made a few more that we stopped. What they say about telling everybody about the show, the other guys? Anyone say anything about that?
He said, oh, well, what do you actually do? What am I going to tell you to do?
Who? Legend?
Yeah.
What about the other guys? Didn't you say anything? Listen to Johnny. I'm going to also have more respect for you if you keep your promise and tell people about the show. I'm not going to let you off the hook. I still want the money back, but you do these things, I'm going to gain respect for you.
Okay, let's see here. He said, I'm going to tell Howard Stern I stole it. I'll never give it back. Keep your respect. I'll keep the money.
I'm not letting you off the hook, Johnny. If you have the guts to do that, I'm going to have a lot more respect for you than I do now, but I'm not going to let you off the hook. I still want the money. And if you want to fight me over it in the dojo, I'll kick your ass too. But you get on the Howard Stern show, you have the guts to spill the beans, and you also, what else he said he was going to do? You also tell people about our show. Well,
he said I told 140,000 people to watch. They all said no.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
140,000.
You're such a liar, Johnny. You're such a liar. You think I'm stupid to believe your nonsense? You don't know Howard Stern. You don't have the guts to get on this show. You don't have guts. You're a pussy.
No guts, no glory.
I dare you to get on the Howard Stern show and tell the truth. I also,
I double dare you.
oh yeah. I dare you. Because you know what's going to happen then? They're going to look into it. I'm going to really get the money back fast. But you don't think that, but if you have the guts to risk that, okay? You know you did something wrong, so if you own up to it on Howard Stern show, you know, I'll respect that. You're still going to give me the money back, but I'll respect it. You really do tell people about a show. I respect that. Everybody else in the chat, I know you guys are going to tell people. Sammy the Bunny, I know you're going to tell people. Because you're a good guy. Tell as many people as you know. You know, people who say, Johnny's full of it. Johnny Hine Jr. is full of it. John Hine Jr. doesn't know anybody. He lives a sheltered life in Danbury, Connecticut. He's a punk. Oh, Bunny, you know people. You know people because you are a card dealer. You remember cards? You deal cards?
Okay.
Well, they call him Sammy the Bunny. I know you know people. And I like you, Sammy. So, if you tell people about Hospitalgate, be much approved. And 1,400 subscribers, some of them gotta know Howard Stern. 1,400 subscribers out there. I not only want you to tell people about our show, but I want you to contact Howard Stern. Whoever knows anybody that knows him, contact Howard Stern and get our show out there. On the house, get the Howard Stern here. Joe Rogan. I'm gonna give a shout out to Joe Rogan.
Nice.
Is that right?
Go for it.
Joe Rogan. You don't know me. Come on out here. Master Loogie. You don't know me. Come a hole in the wall. Come on. Well, you know this guy. I know you know this guy. Give me a pretty face. I know you know this guy. He's the greatest mixed martial artist that ever lived. And he was on a show.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
He was for your weight class. He was on a show where he went up against Joe Stevenson. Joe Stevenson weighed the same as him, but was really twice his size because Joe Stevenson was short and stocky, and my friend was small and skinny. And in reality, he kicked Joe Stevenson's ass. But the decision went to Joe Stevenson. Sorry about the Joe Stevenson. Joe Daddy Stevenson. That was his name. Now, Mr. Hogan, I said a lot of things on the chat on this show, especially today. I know a lot of people, as you can see. I have a well-known family, but I'm nobody to you. But the person you do know is this man here, and for this man's benefit, will you get on our show? Look, straight face.
Yeah.
We'll get on our show for him. He's your friend. I think you respect my big mouth too, because you got a big mouth, I got a big mouth. We're both radio show hosts that got big mouths, but you really respect this guy. So, will you come on our show to pay tribute to the great Master Luke Kumo? Because look what happened. He can't fight no more. See his ears? That's because I can't fight no more because he got brain trauma because he fought someone that weighed about 80 pounds more than him because he was fasting, and the guy really messed him up, and that's why he can't fight no more.
That's not why. It's repetitive impact over the years.
Yeah, but that one guy messed you up bad. It's like a Muhammad Ali thing. Like a Muhammad Ali thing. The Parkinson's, he's got the traumatic brain syndrome. Ali had the Parkinson's. Now, you can pay tribute to this man. You can pay tribute to this man. Give him the credit he deserves. Because he could have gone a lot further if this didn't happen.
AOC says, raise the roof, Sir Doyle.
I love your ASC. But, Joe Rogan, just tribute to this guy. You know he should have won the Stevenson fight, and you know he's been through hell. And you know that he could have gone a lot further for you to get injured. And he doesn't even want anything to do with the sport anymore. Except for something called non-hit contact. He thinks it's blood money. But you and I, Joe know that he might not even know that he's a legend. And what he did in the ring will never be forgotten. Whether he appreciates it or not, he'll never be forgotten. So if you could pay a tribute and give Master Lukumo the respect he deserves and come down here and talk with me, the big mouth just like you, we both have big mouths, and talk with Master Luki.
What if he invites us to Texas to be on his show?
Or what?
I said, what if he invites us to Texas instead to be on his show?
Then we'll be on your show. We'll be on your show first, Joe, and then you'll be on our show. We both will be. You'll be on our show, and we'll be on your show. And if you want us to be on your show first, we respect you. You're a great guy. You're much, much bigger than us. We'll be on your show. But we would like you to be on our show, too. After we're on your show, we'll be on your show first. Tell him we'll be on his show first.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll go there first.
We'll be on your show first, and you come on our show. We can't say you on our show, because we're nobodies. But we'll be on your show, and then you'll be on our show. We have to give you that respect, Joe Logan. What happened? He called. He go back. He responded. Joe Logan responded.
No, that's something else.
Okay. Oh, my sister Tracy Ann Doyle. She was a famous figure skater.
Nice.
I get a bone to pick you, Tracy. Tracy, just like my other sister, I care for you too. But you kept your mouth shut when the family was stealing from me. You kept your mouth shut. You acted like you didn't know anything. Even today, if I bring it up to you, you act like you don't know nothing. And try to act like there's no money and all that. But you know there was. And you know they treated you very well to keep your mouth shut. The family treated you very well with your silence. Why don't you break that silence, Tracy? Why don't you get on our show, get on the Howard Stern show? You know your friend, you like Howard Stern, you always say, get on the Howard Stern show. And get on our show, and get on Joe Rogan's show. And break your silence. My family stole from me. You let the rest of the family steal from me. You kept your silence. You didn't say anything because they treated you good. Or you were afraid. You took the payoff because you were afraid. You're afraid that they might do the same thing to you. Why don't you break your silence? It's out there. We got 14 subscribers. We're going to have a lot more. They're all telling people at the show. They're all going to watch this episode. Why don't you spill your guts on our show, first Rogan show, Howard Stern show, and our show, and whatever other show get on the news and talk about it. Tracy, I know that you deep down inside you really care about your little brother. So why don't you prove it? Why don't you prove it? Break your silence. Break your silence. I know you have a conflict of interest, though. You have a conflict of interest because you know I'm talking about our mother stealing. So our mother was very mean to me, and she stole that from me. She relived the whole thing. And now you're very close with mom. You're very close with mom. So there's a conflict of interest. But you also know what she did and what the rest of the family did was wrong. And they paid you to keep your mouth shut. Break your silence, Tracy. Break your silence. I think my sister watches this show because I gave her the old call letters. I gave her www.hospitalgate.org. You can't find us on anymore, can you? We gotta get that going again now. www.hospitalgate.org. We gotta get that going again.
Yeah, you're right.
Just I paid for it last time. You paid for it this time?
I'm kind of broke. I'm kind of broke, but I'll see how much it is.
That website's a good website. A lot of people logged on to it.
Personal question. How old am I and Sir Doyle? I'm actually turning 44 next Saturday, AOC.
I'm the same age. They think we're brothers.
My birthday is April 27th, 1980.
I'm actually almost old enough to be Master Lucky's father. Because I'm gonna be 60 in May. I'm an old man. I just look young.
You're gonna be 6-0?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Almost older than your dad.
We gotta have a party for that. No, my dad's 81, bro.
Your dad's 81, but technically, if I would have
could
you,
be your dad.
if you're true. But if I had you when I was 16 or 15,
You're old enough to be my dad. I got you.
Yeah, I'm not your dad, of course, and I'm not mature enough.
You were saying you're almost the same age as my dad.
No, I'm not that old. He's no fun. If I had you at 16, 15, he'd be my son.
When's your birthday? She wants to know.
May 6th.
Oh, May 6th. Spring birthdays. You got one coming up too, AOC, or is it around this time? Did it pass? Is it soon? Legend says, why you cough so much?
Well, you remember why your uncle John Donald coughed, right? Well, I don't smoke anymore. I haven't smoked for years. And part of it's Tourette's, but the other part is I still have a tickling throat. I mean, I could be a cancer survivor, like who knows? But I know that the cough is a combination between Tourette's syndrome, tick, and also sometimes I still have leftover cough from smoking. Johnny, you know what you did was wrong. You know what you did was wrong, and the whole family was wrong. I'm asking you to keep your promise and get on the air and talk about it. That's it. Looking out to the rest.
Gemini, oh no. I'm sorry.
What?
I was just kidding, AOC. I don't know. Geminis don't like me. What Londos? Why are you typing your name in there? Oh, your birthday's around here too? Not wrong for me. I don't know what that means. You know, in my training, the cough could actually be a symptom of the same overall condition that you have. So as we get more into natural healing, you know, the cough will go away, the Tourette's will go away, everything will get fixed.
Would something go away too?
Yeah.
Be in shape like I was next one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you'll be in shape like you were when you were 20 years old, but
When I was in South Nassau, which was not even a year ago, I was in shape like I was from 20 years old. That's how good she. I was better shape than I was 20 years. I was in better shape. You know how RFK looks?
Yeah.
I look like that, but smaller. I look like him, but smaller. That's how good I look. So I know if they got me that good, you could really get me better. If they could do that with me, imagine you could do.
Yeah. Just answering my question. I know I'm kind of teasing. It's an insecurity of mine that Geminis don't like Taurus or something. We're just not, I don't know. It's if you believe in astrology, whatever.
We don't believe in astrology. Ain't no particular side I'm compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
Okay. Little Prince.
I'm a big Prince fan. You know what I can say that could still be alive? Could still be alive, and I'm not saying Prince. Prince could still be alive. He could still be alive, and he could have, in South Minnesota, we could have contacted him on that show we were doing, and he could have done a song dedicated to my wife, Asha, and I, called a little song I wrote about Asha and Daddy Rich. And it was
replying to the Legends message. Okay.
But, I wish you. I know that he'd remember that. He would remember that song if he's still alive. He would remember that song, and he did. And we contacted Jay-Z.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
We
Legend is he's trolling everyone, trying to.
We can't. Who? Who's talking about?
Oh no, AOC gave us her birthday month, and then Legend says, "Oh, who cares about your birthday?"
Hey, asshole! Be respectful to the women. I know you like little boys. You're not respectful to any woman, but respectful to her. She's a nice person.
Sammy is a Capricorn. Year of the cat. Interesting. Capricorn is the.
And here's what I was saying about Prince. Prince, no, not Prince. We contacted Jay-Z too, and we put it out there that I died of a heart attack. So we put that out, and it got out to some people. Some celebrities heard the story, and when we contacted Jay-Z, I said who I was. He says, "I thought Daddy Rich died of a heart attack."
Whoa.
And yeah. He's a good guy, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're a good guy. That's what I remember about you. You're a good guy.
You think Jay-Z's a good guy, bro?
Jay-Z's a good guy. Except for one thing. Remember you were saying that Beyonce was the queen bee, and I said it was the new queen bee, Natasha. You didn't like that, did you? Oh, my aunt is the queen bee. I love you though, Jay-Z. I love you. We still gotta do that album though. Remember the album we were gonna do? We're gonna promote both of them, and we're gonna have them on the album cover with boxing gloves. A battle for the Queen Bees. And my wife was a rapper, and yours was a singer. My wife was gonna rap, your wife was, and they were gonna have a battle, and we're gonna have boxing gloves on the album cover. Battle of the Queen Bees.
Wow.
We still gotta do that, right, Jay-Z? We still gotta do that. We still gotta do that. They'll make a lot of money. You know, she's a great rapper. You know, she's fantastic. We gotta do it. And Beyonce's a legend. We gotta do it. And make us both money. Make everybody money, not just us both. Make them money too. And make everybody else money in business.
Jay-Z, Sammy says Jay-Z is suspect. I think so too. I seen him with that T-shirt that says "Do what thou wilt," which is the first tenet of Aleister Crowley.
They're saying that him and Beyonce were in the Illuminati, but I don't think they're child molesters. They're not child molesters. They weren't Illuminati though. They did get involved with Illuminati and they did some crazy shit, but they never hurt children. I don't think they ever hurt children. I'd be very surprised if they had children. I know they were probably in Illuminati and there was some crazy shit they did. But they did make a pact with the Illuminati, which isn't good. But I don't think they mess with children.
Yeah, I don't know. I think to get to that level, you gotta.
Even Justin Bieber, when they was in Illuminati, but when they brought a child up to him, he said, "I'm getting out of here. I'm not involved in this." Remember that?
Well, that's what he said.
Well, I believe it, and I believe that the Jay-Z and Beyonce were presented with the same thing. They told them, "No, I don't want to do it," and they would have every right to do that. They couldn't stop them they couldn't stop Justin Bieber when he walked out and wouldn't get involved, and they would be able to stop them, right? They could silence them and keep their mouth shut, but they don't have to infringe in it. I mean, they might have to keep their mouth shut and not tell anybody. They might have to do that, and they probably did that, but I doubt they would ever get involved in it. If anything, it probably was presented to them, and they said, "I'm getting out of here. I'm not getting involved." And they probably got threats on the phone that if they said anything, they were going to kill them, and they probably left it alone. That's probably, and I think when Justin Bieber told people that story, I think probably his life was in danger for reporting it. You know, I think if Jay-Z and Beyonce were presented with that, they probably, which I probably were. Well, my guess is they said, "Look, I'm getting out of here," and then we got to keep your mouth shut, and they kept their mouth shut. I think they might be able to silence them. I think they might keep their mouth shut to save their own lives, but I know they wouldn't get involved in it. I can see them keeping their mouth shut to save their own lives. That I can see. Getting involved in it, no. They're not gonna. Those two aren't gonna molest kids. They might know people that did. They kept their mouth shut, but they didn't do it themselves. And I think Justin Bieber, for telling that story, I bet his life was in danger. I bet when he told that story, he beefed up the bodyguards and everything. And he probably had to swear that he wouldn't say any more. Because he had guts to tell that story, you know? Him to tell that story, he had guts. I don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z have the same kind of guts, but at the same time, I don't think they would go that far either. I admire Justin Bieber for his guts. You know, Justin, you put your life on the line when you told that story, and I admire you for that. I respect you. I respect you. Something I would do. I would report it too. You go, Justin. You go. That's one thing the Illuminati, they can force them to keep their mouth shut, but they can't force them to get involved in it. That they can't force them. Because that would be like, that's a crime right there. You're forcing someone to do something like that? I definitely think that Justin Bieber put his life on the line talking about that, though. He could have got killed for doing it, for mentioning that. If he just ran out and never told anyone, they wouldn't have done anything with it. I think they probably gave him death threats for reporting it, repeating it. They probably wouldn't have said anything to him if he just walked out. But the fact that he told the story, they probably gave him death threats. He probably had beef up security. Are you watching?
I'm going to sleep at my parents tonight.
Yeah.
And so let's get your phone out. We'll get the hotspot going. I'll give you a ride.
I want to give a shout out to your dad.
Okay.
Mr. Kumo, we used to get a lot of laughs when you were on our show. When you appeared on our show, that used to get us a lot of laughs. A lot of people liked it when you appeared on our show because you were funny. You're a funny guy. Mr. Kumo, you're a funny guy. You got to be on our show one day again. I know you don't particularly care for me or the show, but you made the show a little brighter. You made it a little. It was funny. It was funny. You're a funny guy.
Yeah. Here, you get him on the show.
How many people we got logging on? A lot?
I think so.
This is our best show, huh? What? You know why? Because the stuff we were afraid to do, that got us kicked off the other channel, we did it, and look at how many views we got, because that's how we got all those views last time. The only thing is, you gotta play devil's advocate. You've been playing devil's advocate, right? You've been doing that, right? Yeah. So when you play devil's advocate, we'll get away with it. We'll get away with you playing devil's advocate.
AFC's says, I agree, let's see more of Luke's dad. Okay.
Alright.
You asked
Does
for
she
it.
know what she seen your dad on the show?
I guess so.
Oh, he's hysterical, isn't he? Ain't he, see? Ain't he hysterical? Ain't he a funny guy? That looks a little bit like your father's truck. That red one. Newer, but it looks like it.
Oh, okay.
Look, see it? Don't it? The red one? The red one.
The Jeep?
That right there. It's your father's truck. Looks like that.
A
newer model.
Oh, the SUV, not his pickup truck.
That looks like his SUV.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Only that, not, it's newer though. It looks newer.
He's got a red SUV, that's true.
His is red?
Well, he's got a blue one and a red one.
What kind you driving today?
Blue.
That's the one that looks like that.
Okay.
Here's a blue one. I never seen the red one.
Yeah, well, it's a newer one.
Oh, he doesn't let you drive that, does he?
Definitely not.
He'll probably give you the other one. If he's got a new one, he'll probably eventually give you this one. And you'll take any car you can get, huh? Right? He gives you this car, get any car, get. It's a car, right? Right? It's a car.
Mm-hmm.
Takes you A to B. Might not be a great looking car, but it's still a car. Right? And it's a good car, it runs good. It's a strong car. Get in one accident and won't get killed. Who's that? Who's that?
Some video of Justin Bieber
Oh, started doing something dirty with a girl?
with a man.
No, he's not. Really?
I'm gonna show you.
Oh my god. Wow. He's not having sex with him, is he?
What it looks like is that he was doing oral sex.
Oh my god.
See where his head is down there?
Oh.
And then his head comes up. It doesn't even look like Justin Bieber. Or maybe,
Did you get someone from imitating him? They might want to make him look bad.
Yeah.
And it looks like him. I think he does look like Justin Bieber. I can't believe he did that. Who knows if that's what he did? He probably didn't do that. But why would we want people to think that? Why would you want even people think that? What's wrong with that kid? Sam, what's wrong with that kid?
I don't know. He wanted to get famous.
They did that? Would you do that to be famous?
No.
Of course not.
I might do it to get my kids back. Go back in time. Put stuff on.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do oral sex on a man to save your family's life?
Save their lives, but not to get them back. Not to get them back.
And then don't forget this stuff too.
If someone was trying out to kill them, and they said, "How to do this," then yeah, that's different. But to get them back, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. It's stupid too long. You're trying to save their lives, that's one thing. But if you just want them back in your life and you do something like that, they wouldn't even want you after that. Like, this is what Dad did to get us back? What's wrong with him?
You don't think my kids would appreciate that?
No, I don't think you appreciate it at all. I wouldn't appreciate that my dad did that. I would not appreciate that. I'd be pissed off. I don't think you should do that.
Time's long gone.
But I think if you're trying to save their life, that's one thing.
What's this weather? It's like it was warm today, now it's cold. What is going on here, bro?
But they offered you money, and that's why they want to knock you out and have sex with you. They offered money for that. You want your kids back? Is that why you're thinking about that? You shouldn't even think about
No,
that.
you said, would you do it to get famous? I said no, but I would do it to get my kids back.
No, that's not good. Save their lives is one thing, but get them back, no. Don't
Well, here's the thing. I might catch flack for this. People claim that the Freemasons like Londos do gay shit.
You're not a Freemason.
I'm not a Freemason. And the reason why I didn't join is monetary.
Even if you tried to do it to get your kids back, it would still be stupid. And I don't even think your kids would appreciate it.
And also, I'm worried that, my kids would be harmed. I don't know. I see, like, these famous people have family members that die because they signed some kind of deal.
I see what you're saying. But you're not a Freemason, so you didn't do that, so it's anything matters.
Londo's, he's still here. He says, what? Question mark. Let me use your phone to sign on to the Wi-Fi.
No, you do some gay shit.
Oh.
To get you know,
Did you?
that's what it looks at that.
Did
Looks at that.
Londos.
Londos looks at it.
Londos,
He said
did
you
you?
did some gay shit to be on the
To
Freemasons.
Justin Bieber.
You said Londos, you said Londos did some gay shit.
To get into the 33rd degree masonry, Londos had to get a BJ from Justin Bieber.
I'm sorry, Londos, but he's making me laugh.
You get Londos.
I don't think he did that.
Mobile hotspot
I don't think Londos did that.
on. Okay.
I don't think Londos did that.
And then I'm gonna.
I doubt very
swipe up
much
for a
Londos
second.
did that. Not even to protect his family.
Londos, you wouldn't take a BJ Bieber to save your family? I think you would. Would you do it to save Sir Doyle? That's what I want to know. Sir Doyle, that's what I want to know. Yeah, jump in. Plug this phone in.
There's some hell of a show today, huh?
Yeah, bro, I'm coming up on 3 hours.
Really? You have 3 view hours or 3 hours?
3 hours of action.
Really?
We got a lot of view hours today.
How many view hours?
We'll see once the show's over. Just hold this 1 second. I want to make sure that
That was more than 3, right?
a lot more.
Hell of a lot more. I think that we should have my cousin comment on our show, and we go back and forth with them, because that gets a lot of attention. You know, when my cousin gets on the comments, we get a lot of attention. I hate to admit it, but he does bring the show, make the show alive. When we go at it, and I think if my cousin could be on the show, I would respect him if he had the guts to face me and be on my show. I would gain respect for him. Because right now he's scared shit of me. So if he had the guts to be on our show and face me just to be on the show, I respect that. Do you say anything?
Oh, no.
My cousin brings some life to the show, doesn't he?
You lit a fire under your butt.
And that fire and that going back and forth with him gets a lot of attention for our show. I think we should welcome him on the chat. Not only welcome on the chat, have him come on the show.
Jay says forgiveness, Sir Doyle.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I want to leave.
I'll start with my cousin. I'm going to start with my cousin. Johnny, going by the name of Legend, would you like to be on our show? Johnny, would you like to be on our show? Or should I call you John? He hated that. His father used to tell me his name was John, and we used to call him John. Oh, he hated being called John. John, you want to be on the show? John. Would you like to be on our show? Comments from John. He hated being called John.
Really?
John!
Why?
Because that's what they called him when he was a little kid. And he didn't like it then because it was just found demeaning. So we got a certain age and nobody call me John anymore. Call me John Jr. after my father, but don't call me John anymore. John! And I would go to, and I said, okay, so Dad calls him John all the more. John! Not John Hine Jr., John Hine. He's not commenting. He's still not commenting. Okay. Call him John. Call him John.
John.
John. Come on, John. Doesn't that get you mad, John? When they call you John, doesn't it get mad? Does it get you mad, John? Does it get you mad? Okay, you know when people call you John. John. Call him John. John.
Bubba Joe, another classic Hospitalgate episode. I needed a good time like this. Thanks, Bubba Joe.
Comment, John.
Good to see you in the chat.
John, comment. John.
Sammy says, John, go to your room.
John, go to your room. This is your father. John, go to your room. My uncle used to do, just like they do to Sister Johnny, called down something to go to his room. Mm-hmm. When John would get out of line, Uncle
John will go, John, go to your room, John, go to your room.
His dad's name was John also?
Yeah, John Sr. John High Sr. That's why he took my father's detective license and became, became a sheriff and called himself Sheriff John McQuaid Doyle. His real name was John Hines Sr. and his son, John. I'm trying to get him pissed off, and so he comments, John, go to your room.
He seems like the type of
What happened?
no, I was beeping at
Like I was saying?
the my grappling coach's
Oh, wow.
car was right there. Legend seems like the type of chat member who pops in and out.
John!
That's why I'm not reading every single one of his chats, because he's
Oh, he's
a lot
coming
of
out with
time-
a lot of them?
he types and he's just trying to rile you up, and then he leaves, and then, you know, it's not your show, John.
Yeah, John.
It's not your show, so don't think that you can come on here and make the rules.
John, go to your room.
You want to be a part of the show, you can be a part of the show. Anybody can.
Anybody can if they make the show good. They make the show.
If you want to contribute.
But he's contributing. He's actually, people actually do like John when he gets on the show. They actually like John on the show. And when I tell John to go to his room, like his dad used to, John, go to your room. Remember, John, when Uncle John, when your father used to tell you to go to your room? And I used to laugh. John, go to your room. And I used to laugh. He used to get mad when I would laugh. And he would go, John, go to your room. And I would start laughing. And you would get mad because I was laughing at you. John, go to your room. And I was like, his father would go, John, go to your room. And he would get all nervous and scared, and he would go to his room, and then I would start laughing. He would turn around and like just cringe because he would be pissed off that I'd be laughing, but he'd be so afraid of his father that he wouldn't say anything, but he would cringe. And his father would go, John, go to your room. And I would start laughing. They would turn around like this.
What were you doing in his room?
I wasn't in his room. I would watch him walk to his room, watch his father tell him to go to his room, and I'd be out in the living room, and I would start laughing. I would start laughing. And that would get him all upset that I was laughing at him, but he'd be so afraid of his father, they would just go right to his room. John, go to your room! He would start crying. His father would say, John, go to your room. And he would start crying. He would start crying, wouldn't you, John? And I was just laughing at you, you get all mad. Oh, his father, he was afraid of his father. His father would tell him, no, you sit in that chair, John. You sit in that chair and you don't move. You move, I'm gonna rob you. Sit in that chair, John. And don't move. He would sit there and wouldn't move. Almost tears in his eyes, but he wouldn't move.
You weren't scared of your dad?
I respected my dad. I wouldn't say I was scared of him. I respected him. He was afraid of his dad. I think he respected him too, but he was afraid of him more. He knew he couldn't take his dad. My dad was a bad dude, but I wasn't afraid of a beating. But I had respect for my dad. Even though I wasn't afraid of a beating, I wouldn't mess with him. But I wasn't afraid to get hit by him. Because I was a man. John, however, got scared when he was going to get hit. He would start crying. I wouldn't start crying. My father would hit me. I wouldn't start crying. The only time I got nervous is when he pulled out the belt. When he pulled out the belt, he was swinging the belt. If I moved, he would hit me right in my crotch.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that would bother me.
He wrapped you in your
without realizing it, because I would move. Say, that's because you moved. That's because you moved. But John, when we came to him and his father, it was more out of fear. Because John was a punk. What was your punk, John? And he was afraid of his father hitting him. He couldn't take a hit from anyone, especially not his dad. So if his dad says, John, go to your room, or John's like, sit in that chair and don't move, he would listen, and he would almost tears in his eyes because he was afraid. I wasn't afraid of a beating. I was a real man. So I was a little afraid of the belt, but I wasn't really afraid of a beating. I would take my beating like a man. John, however, would rather just listen to his dad, everything he said, like, sit in that chair, or go to your room, because he knew that his father was going to kick his ass, and he was afraid of an ass whipping.
Was he a kid at this point?
He was a kid, but yeah, it was. I wouldn't call 12 years old a kid. I wouldn't call 12 years
Well, a
old.
12-year-old can't beat up a grown man. So
No, I couldn't beat up my father either, but I wasn't afraid of a beating. My father smacked me around, and I deserved it. It hurt, but I wasn't a little pussy like he was. He was afraid of a beating.
Well, I think there's good reason for a young boy being afraid of being physically harmed by a grown man.
No, because our fathers wouldn't hurt us. They wouldn't hurt us. Much as I can't stand my uncle, he wouldn't hurt his son. And my father wouldn't hurt me. But they would smack us around to teach us a lesson. And John, go to your room. He was so scared of a beating, he would listen. Me, however, sometimes I would push my father to the edge, and he would smack me. And I wasn't afraid of a beating. I wouldn't hit my father, but if my father hit me, I wasn't afraid of it. So I wasn't a pussy like John, afraid of a beating you throw. That's why when he came on the ward, and I said what I was going to do to him if he was saying that shit about the money, and he got scared, and he said, my cousin's a bad dude now. He used to be a punk. And when I was fighting at the dojo, he probably figured out what the dojo was.
Through the
There we go.
street is a bed.
There we go. And if his father, he got on, right? And if his father was him, he was petrified. Petrified. Get on! He's getting pissed.
He's screaming in my ear. I'm not getting pissed.
Not you.
I'm wincing.
Him. John's getting pissed. He's getting pissed.
He's probably not even in the chat. He would have commented by now.
Did he comment earlier?
No.
Where's that John?
Not since we got him. No, with this whole spiel.
He's probably watching. He probably just know what to say. Probably watching. He just know what to say.
There's 2 people watching right now.
Oh. You know who they are?
Who's in the chat? We want to talk to you. We're pulling up to Sir Doyle's spot. It's gonna be episode's gonna be over. I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you, all of you. Even John. And we all like to tell John to go to his room.
Londo says, shut up. To me? Probably to me. He likes you.
He might like the...
Either that or he's...
Doesn't like what I said I'm talking to my cousin?
Either that or he's watching, like... Londos is like... He's so old that he doesn't understand technology. So he's watching the video from when we were back at my house. Talking about him and Justin Bieber. And that's what he's responding to. He doesn't know how to fast forward the video to come live again.
He's saying he probably thinks we're still at the house talking about Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's saying shut up to when we were.
Because he thinks that's where we're at. He thinks we're at still at the house talking about Justin Bieber. I got you.
Maybe.
He wasn't watching it correctly. Maybe. So he saw the past part of it. He probably thinks that's the live show.
He's commenting on the live chat about something that happened 10 minutes ago.
And probably that's where he's at.
Maybe. Yeah. That's my guess. Now it's down to 2 people again, so he watched it and he turned it off.
How many people do we have originally?
I saw a height at its height.
Yeah.
See, he says, "When are you driving him home?" That's what his comment. So he's way behind.
Who's that?
That's Londo's. When are you driving him home? Come back to the future.
But how many people on this total with the height?
At the height of it, I saw either 7 or 9, maybe even 9
Really? Is that a lot?
at once. Yeah, it's for what we do now. It's pretty good. I'll check after we sign off. It'll show us. I won't sign off too quick.
Is this one of our best shows?
Definitely. Jay says, "Thank you, Sir Doyle and Master Lukey. Have a good night."
You're welcome, Jay.
Thank you, Jay, as well. For
Thank you,
being
Jay.
here.
Thank you, Jay.
Jay's pretty regular on the chat these days.
Really? Curious. I don't know. The AOC that's in the Democratic Party, she's a hottie.
Sammy says Sir Doyle brought the fire today.
I was yelling at my whole family.
Sir Doyle brought the heat. Sir Doyle is the heat. I brought the heat. I brought him.
Do you think I Darius? Oh, nice to Darius, was I?
Yeah.
He goes nice to my brother Cannon, even though I wasn't. I was nice to him, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're out of line. The only thing I don't want you to do is say the N-word, make fun of gay people, and alienate people who, because you're mad at somebody, you alienate a whole group of other people.
Well, I wouldn't make fun of him being gay. I was bringing out that he molested young boys. I think even gay people will have a problem with that. Any gay viewers, you'd have a problem with this, wouldn't you? My cousin, John, molested young boys in the reform school that they taught after his father taught. Now, you're not okay with that, right? You're not okay with child molesters, are you? Gay people out there, say something. Was I out of line for calling him a child molester when he was?
Any gay people in the chat, tell us if you're against child molesting.
Tell us if you think that I was appropriate for pointing out that my cousin molested young boys. If you think that was wrong what my cousin did, and I was right for calling him out, and I wasn't doing anything against gays, speak. And if you don't do it on the chat, do it in the comment section. We are not gay bashers, but my cousin molested young boys. We do bash child molesters. We don't like child molesters. We say bad things about it because they are bad. But we are not gay bashers. We think that any gay people that are logging on will agree that I was not out of line to call my cousin out for being a child molester and raping little boys. So any gay people that have a comment on that, I know there's a lot of homosexuals who do not like child molesters that would agree with that.
Yeah, it's a tough topic. Jay says you're a good man.
Thanks, Jay.
It's a tough topic because the politically correct movement wants to call it minor attracted persons instead of pedophile.
Well, I don't care what the political correct says.
Finish.
A pedophile is...
Let me finish. Because pedos or minor attracted persons are almost 100% of the times victims themselves. So what they're doing is something called a trauma reenactment, where they're kind of like reliving, or they get caught in the loop. So people who molest,
I'm not giving child molesters a pass.
are attracted to.
That might be so, but I'm
Young
not giving
people.
child molesters a
They
pass.
also were molested as kids.
I'm not giving child molesters a pass. That's one thing I won't do.
Jay
not gonna-
says they're called goofs where he's from.
I will not give a child molester a pass. No. There's no excuse for that. Maybe that's why, but no excuse for it. No freaking excuse for it. I will not give no child molesters a pass.
Is that the street slang where you're from, Jay? Goof? Because I've been called a goof before, but not in that context. Just being like a dumbass. A goof over here, some people it's like a dumbass. But
The UFC used to call you a nerd.
which is technically inaccurate because a nerd is somebody who's like really into school.
Well, you're pretty smart.
Londo says Doyle is right.
He's got the glasses. He's a nerd. He's a nerd. But I'm a nerd too. So I took his glasses off.
I think I'm more of a dweeb. These
No,
days,
you're a nerd.
I'm more of a dweeb and a misfit.
You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You are a nerd. And I'm a nerd too. I'm a nerd
Old
also.
pedo slang is goof. Oh, wow.
I'm a nerd too. We're both nerds. That's why our show's so successful. We're both nerds. We're like the new Wayne and Goff.
So,
We're rock and roll nerds.
I wonder
We're
if
rock
the
and roll
person
nerds.
Who called me that was referring to that or not.
We are rock and roll nerds. Like Wayne and Goff.
Fighting words, Jay says.
What?
Calling somebody a goof where he's from. Fighting words. Londo says, I'm technically a dummy. Oh, that's true. A dweeb is like the weirdos that nobody likes in school.
No, but people like you. People like you. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. We're nerds. People like us because we're nerds, because we're funny.
A geek is somebody who's into like magic cards, Dungeons and Dragons, video games.
Computer. That's you.
Could be computer. But they're good at it, like a tech geek.
You're good at it.
Yeah, compared to who though?
I think you're good.
Not somebody who's really
You
good.
get our show going good. Get our show out there.
A nerd is somebody who's into scholastics, learning. Dweeb is just like the people who nobody wanted to sit with them at lunch, so they all sat together. Misfit is like
We're definitely misfits.
the
We're definitely misfits.
punks.
We're definitely misfits. we're still good. We're definitely misfits. We are misfits.
Guys, we're gonna hang up. We're coming up on 3 hours, so say your piece.
I want John to speak.
I don't think he's here anymore.
Probably watching, but not commenting because he's pissed off. He's probably real pissed off what we're saying. Especially when I called him a child molester again. For so long. But he is a child
Oh
molester.
man, if this show stays up, I'll actually be surprised
He'll just stay up.
because you got your channel deleted for internet bullying. Sammy, peace out, bro. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, but you know what? You're playing devil's advocate like I told you to, so.
Lordy,
They heard me cussing at my cousin. They know that's my cousin.
we gotta come up with some other
What's his
topics of conversation next time.
what's his name?
We can't just having you screaming at the camera, calling
What?
people pedos.
Well,
for
what's
3
what's his
hours.
name? Well, he is a pedo. What's his name?
Give us some.
Bill Gates knows that was my cousin. He saw them. So I have a right to. That's called a domestic dispute. Even cops don't get involved.
Oh,
in that.
also next week, remind me. I got this text message from Suzanne,
Right.
the RFK lady.
Yeah.
She says, Regarding the videos, you and Richie need to make a short one with a song if you want me to send it to them. The hour ones are too long.
Who said that?
Suzanne.
She'll do it?
Yeah, we gotta put the song in. You know, next week we'll practice it. We'll get it.
So she listened to what I said, right? About getting tell people about it?
If we give her a short version, she can.
Okay, thank you. Tell us a thank you.
Jay says, thanks for giving me something to listen while driving my kids home. It's a 2-hour drive there and back.
Oh, Jay's got
gosh.
kids?
I hope your kids weren't listening. Oh my God. Jay, you have 2 kids, right? I think.
Jay's got 2 kids.
God bless.
And they like our
picks his
show.
kids up for the weekend.
Well, sure, your kids like our show, kids like our show.
Okay.
Jay's got 2 kids and they like our show.
Well, Jay likes the show. We don't know about the kids.
Well, they must have been listening. They must have got a kick out of it. Those kids probably got a kick out of it, right? If he was playing the show, his kids were listening. You know they got a kick out of it, right?
Maybe he had earphones on.
They probably listened. Jay wouldn't mind his kids listening to our show.
I'm gonna go to my parents' house and go to bed early tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we moved Hospitalgate to Sundays.
No, we're still doing it on Fridays. We do Fridays and Sundays. Fridays and Sundays.
If we can, definitely Sunday's gonna work.
Look at all the viewers we got. Look at people viewing us. It's just a good show. Hope it stays. Hope Bill Gates doesn't take it down.
Yeah, me too. After we hang up, we can see how many viewers we actually had.
If we get a lot of viewers and everything, he might not
2
take it down.
kids, 7 and 9. They both have their own devices. Okay.
So, but I bet you, if we get enough people viewing it, Bill Gates will say, you know what? We'll keep this up. You know what? Before my channel got deleted, I did the same stuff. And he had, if you remember, I got people saying to recommend it for you. So at first, when I was doing that, Bill Gates was like promoting the show because it was getting so popular. But then I don't know what happened. Somebody complained. Maybe Hillary Clinton. I heard Hillary Clinton complain. Somebody said that they knew the show. I saw it on TV about the show Hospitalgate. There was a commercial. On the news. There was this thing about Hospitalgate, and about the show being taken down, and then it said Hillary. So Hillary took us down. Hillary Clinton took us down. She got to Bill Gates. That show was getting so popular and so many viewers that it wasn't Bill Gates that took it down because it was too popular. He even said, put on some of those videos, this is recommended for you. What took us down was Hillary Clinton complained. She saw the show, and she had a lot of power. So the Hillary hit squad took us down, and
she put the hit on you.
She put the hit squad out, and after that, Bill Gates, someone like that, he's gonna do what he's told. But I don't think anybody cares about my cousin. When I talk to my cousin, I call him whatever I want to call him. He's not a star. He's not a big politician. He's just my loser cousin. I don't think anybody cares. I think that people like it because we're going back and forth. That they like that, and I think even Bill Gates likes that. But as far as my cousin being anybody that of importance that we're not allowed to talk about, I mean, I don't think anybody cares. He's just a regular guy. But it was a funny thing. But I think if we were talking we started talking about Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton again, it wouldn't even be Bill Gates taking us down. That would be them complaining. And it's true, because this guy said he saw us on the news. Hospitalgate, Hillary. We were actually on the news. They had a.
Somebody said that?
Somebody said they saw our show being talked about on the news.
And who said that? Was it another patient in the ward?
it was somebody that didn't even like me. Didn't even like me, that would not play me up at all.
Oh, so another person who you were fighting with at the ward.
But this is before I was fighting with him. This is before I was fighting with him. And he said...
StreamYard for what? What is StreamYard for, Sammy? I'll look into it.
He was fighting with me, but he wasn't fighting me at the time. And we were talking. He knows a lot. This guy knew a lot of people. This guy knew a lot of politicians. And he said, yeah, I did see your show. They talking about your show on the news. I saw it briefly. And then they said, Hillary. So I put two and two together. I said, Hillary complained.
Oh, multi-streaming? I think I need better.
And remember when our viewers were calling Hillary? Remember when our viewers were calling her Hillary?
Signal strength.
Remember when our viewers were calling her Hillary? Mm-hmm. So on the show, on the news, this guy saw them talk about our show, and they said Hillary. Remember our viewers were calling her Hillary? Remember that? Mm-hmm. When we're going after Hillary Clinton, and all the people that were watching the show were commenting, and they were saying, there was even one person said, "Well, we got the goods on Hillary." Remember that? She said, "We got the goods on Hillary."
We could join the stream. I see. Even on my phone.
I think Hillary Clinton shut our show down.
Through the app on the phone, I guess, huh?
See what I said? I think Hillary Clinton shut our show down. I think she's the one that did it. I think also when she told her friend Barack Obama to look at it, and Barack Obama really got pissed. But I think the main person that shut the show down was Hillary Clinton. And she probably told Barack Obama, because I was saying shit about him too. These people don't like being talked to. These people don't care if they're talked about if it's somebody nobody got no say. But if they see people have a voice and they're talking to people, we had 800 subscribers from 50 subscribers like a month. People watching our show, and when we're saying all the shit, that's why they got pissed. That's why they want to shut us up.
All right, I'm gonna get going.
But I really don't think Bill Gates cares if I talk about my cousin. It's a domestic dispute. It's a domestic dispute.
Yeah, it's more just about the language that you use. Certain words they flag you for.
You know what you do? When you get home, bleep my curse words.
No,
bleep my
it's not
curse
curse words. It's the pedo words. It's the faggot. It's the N word.
Actually, I said that regarding to my father, who is black. So when I said something,
you just can't say them. That's all.
Bleep it. Bleep it. Bleep any word like that. All right?
Take us away, Sir Doyle.
Can you bleep?
Maybe. I can mute. I can do mute. I know I can mute, but I gotta figure it out. Okay. If anybody is involved in human trafficking or abuse in the medical system, you see what happens. Sir Doyle's gonna get you.
Hospitalgate will find you.